Hello and welcome back to Ntanzo. We're back again. It is that time. Obviously, people today are asking themselves, Fukuchi, what is going on? What is going on? Yeah, we are here for that. Just for that, exactly that. That is why you'll find us here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After everyone have spoken, then we get a chance to speak.
Yes.
And we hope that we put your mind at ease after speaking.
Yes.
You know, you'd understand why Mzansi is here. Welcome, Maria Gambi.
Hi.
The first comment, our member. Welcome, and welcome everybody. Linda Dube,
Maserami.
Maserami.
Misani.
Miss
Sibusiso.
Sibusiso. Welcome. Please like the video. You know the story. One-on-one relationship. That's how we are working now. One view, one like. If you're not subscribed,
Please
one subscribe.
like the video.
We don't need many subscription. No. Your subscription. One-on-one relationship.
Yes.
Like, subscribe,
Comment, share.
You can comment as many times. It's not one-on-one relationship, that one, but the ones that we're talking about is liking, and the rest. They call you guys the Ghost Riders. That's the morning gang. They've named you the Ghost Riders.
Okay,
and,
the morning gang has been called the Ghost Riders.
No, the morning gang calls the guys that are watching now.
Oh,
the
now
Ghost Riders.
with us.
And they
The
say,
Ghost
no. They're
No.
not gonna. They always come through, the morning guys.
Yeah.
You cannot. They don't fail. We had 2,000 likes again yesterday.
Wow.
And the day before, and the morning guy. As long as we push at night,
Yeah.
the morning guys can take it over.
They take over and they finish.
They finish it.
strong. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. At least all of my hard work is not going to waste. Yes. At least all of this hard work. And I mean, it's hard work.
Yeah, it is. Right. Emil, greet our people.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Ntanzo Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another deliberation of the Senzo Meyiwa Trial court proceedings of the day, Thursday the 25th of April 2024. Yo, ayiziyakhala.
Yes.
Wabona Mashele looked like a confused piece of the puzzle.
No, she was.
She
Even
sounded
scared.
like one.
Even scared.
Even scared.
Scared.
The tremor in her voice, you could feel it.
And luckily, they let her go. I know people are saying. I know people are saying under proper scrutiny. I know people are saying why are you cross-examining this guy, this lady? No. There's something that happened in that court. She made a mistake about Mogola.
The judge tried to assist him there later on.
No, she made a mistake about Mogola. The first question I would have started with is, do you know Mogola? Do you work with Mogola? Because you can make mistakes about people that are assumed and people that actually the accused have been saying they were there.
They were there like a chappie.
Yeah. And then you make a mistake about that person, like that, and then we let you go. Luckily, Ramsipi, we had to rush somewhere. But that mistake, that was a
big mistake.
Coincidence, eh? And she kept on mumbling around that.
Yes.
So
She fixed it. She restructured her answer when the interpreter was interpreting.
Yes. So the question is, how do you know that person? You call Mogola, the person who requested you, right? Mukhani is the mistake, yes. Was it Mukhani? Yes. Mukhani is the mistake that she made. So, how do you know Mukhani? Because they claimed there that there was Mabena. Why you do make a mistake about someone?
Who claimed it was Mabena?
I guess they said Mogola said it was with Mabena.
Did Mogola say she was with Mabena?
Is it Mabena? Yeah, Mabena. Is it Mabena?
Mabena is the one that was always with Mukhani. Mogola is the female.
Hey.
Is the female police officer.
Yes, but she made a mistake about that. Between the two, is it Mukhani or Mogola that she called? She called
Mogola, and then she corrected herself and said Mukhani and Mabena.
Yes.
So why would she mention Mogola, even if it is a mistake? I think she said has Mokhali or something like that.
Yes.
But you could clearly see that she's implying Mogola.
Yes.
But why would you make a mistake of calling Mogola when she wasn't there?
Who requested her to take the swab? Isn't it Mogola?
It's Mokhani. She says it's Mokhani who requested her to take the DNA.
Yes.
The swabs.
So the mistake she made was Mokhani. Mokhani was not present, according to her.
So that mistake there was just weird. I mean, I found it off that
you can make a mistake like that.
You are mentioning someone
who's denying that he was there.
They were there.
Unless the next question would be, do you watch the case?
Unless if she's watching the case.
That's the only definition you can give. To say, I'm telling on myself, I do watch the case. But that mistake is a mistake that you cannot just make like that.
Especially if you're just a DNA person coming in.
Who's not working with these people. So,
well, it is Pretoria North Police Station that she's based at.
But then I'm confused about the arrest of Ntanzo. So confused about the arrest of Ntanzo.
She came and made the state's case worse. I don't know Neba Misakai. They should have just left her be and let it be that they are still or cannot find the person who took the swabs from accused number 2.
Yeah.
Or rather say they were never taken. Okay? I don't know, but it would have been better than bringing.
Because you could hear she was breathing heavily, like.
You felt the breathing. I was like, I could hear it.
It's as if they took him this morning. But chief,
the nerves.
You have to go there in court.
Whatever compelled her to go and do that, it must have been heavy.
It must.
Well, the state called the next witness. Her name was Police Officer Sergeant Kitumeti Poshia Mashele, and she is attached to the Pretoria North Police Station. Honestly, I did not care enough for her training in order for me to record it, because at the time I could not understand what is she here for, who is this now. And then she placed her qualifications on record. What I could pick up was a Forensics for Africa lab that she claims to have done training in. And while Tia said that he did it where? At the private hospital. Was it Mediclinic in is it Grasfontein or something like that? Yeah, I think so. So she collected DNA samples, and Mashele says that she was on duty on the 16th of June 2020 when Sergeant Mokhani made the request. So she was saying that Sergeant Mokhani is the one who made the request for her to take the swabs. And she was attending to cases at the charge office, and at 22:45, this is quarter to 11.
That's after the questions were raised about, and when did you arrest Ntanzo? And then the state comes with quarter to 11.
Quarter to 11. She was on duty. She was. Yesterday we had a question about the time. Today the time is
Those are very close.
She was on duty. She was approached by Sergeant Mabena. She said with Mokhani.
Yes.
when the request was made.
Yeah.
So she was saying that she was approached by Mogani, and then she changed to say that it was Mabena with Mogani that approached her to make that request.
Yeah.
So that is the first mistake you were talking about.
Yeah.
Then she was approached by other police, Sergeant Mogani, and asked for assistance for the buccal samples to be taken from a suspect. Mashele said that I informed him I had the expertise to take the buccal samples. I took the buccal kit and proceeded with him to the cells. They entered the cells and Sergeant Mogani told her that she was with Sergeant Mogale. He introduced them to her at the cells. He showed her the person she was to take buccal samples from.
With Mogale.
Mogani and Mogale, man.
Yeah. Those two then I can believe when I'm a girl. I can believe that they were there.
And it would make sense if you are honestly speaking.
You don't make mistakes like that.
It would make sense. Why am I saying it would make sense? Remember at Pukeng when Ntanzo was booked in for 5 minutes and taken out.
Yeah.
Who was filling in the bookings or was busy? Who did Ntanzo claim he saw filling in documents for him to be admitted and booked out? Did he not say Mogale and Mogola?
Yes. It is consistent with what Ntanzo was saying. That's why I'm saying that. But again, I'm going to buy a shincha lentil.
As the interpreter was interpreting, she said, sorry, Sergeant Mabena.
Yeah, when I get my agenda, I say good to rest to Mabena. Very far.
And she kept breathing heavily around her.
Only a biased person cannot see that. No. Only a biased person cannot see that and can fully ignore that.
I was like...
And for someone who's been doing these swaps, it's not like this is the first time you come to court. She's saying she's been. So what is wrong? And the funny thing, they swap, I mean. Therefore, not for Nongoma case.
No. They are not for Nongoma case. They are for 636.
Hey, my God.
Mogani vehemently denied that they were looking for Ntanzo for 636 case. They said they were looking and arresting him for Nongoma case.
Yes.
They vehemently denied this. And now the DNA swabs were taken on the very same night for the very same case that they deny they were arresting Ntanzo for.
Yes.
Well, then Mogani, he said Mogani then showed her the suspect. And Baloyi asked who was the suspect. Mashele said it was Mr. Ntanzo. She kept calling Ntanzo Mtanzi. And I'm like, for a person who filled in that form and a person who took the swabs and a person, these...
Still getting the surname wrong.
You did not write Mtanzi. You wrote Ntanzi, right?
Yes.
Because if you wrote Mtanzi, then it would make sense why you kept referring to the person as Mtanzi. But you wrote Ntanzi, and you referring to them as you're testifying as Mtanzi.
That statement, she was given to read.
It felt like that.
When I was reading an ID, there is no way you cannot see your handwriting.
There's no way. No way in
hell you cannot see your handwriting, your own handwriting.
You can't see.
To such an extent that you even say, hey,
I can't see.
I can't see this. This 1 0 I. But it's okay, man.
It can't be.
I agree we cook as we go.
Well, then Mashele said that Mr. Ntanzo agreed that she could proceed. And then she opened the kit in front of him and she was using a table in the cells. She says that she used gloves and a mask. She said, I asked him to open his mouth to take his sample. Mashele said that she swabbed both sides of his mouth, then placed it in the back in the kit. She sealed it and placed a seal number on it, and then she placed the kit in the forensic bag. After that, she sealed it and showed them that she had done so. So the date and time that she wrote was the 16th of June 2020, 22:45. Mogani is the one who gave her the station and reference for Sloras 63610 of 2014. It's on the record. That's what she said. That's what she testified. That Mogani is the one who gave her.
And was Wagala, was Wagala. You still coming, my man? It's on record now, hey? You see?
Yes.
These patches that happen, they throw someone under the bus.
She also struggled to read Ntanzi's ID number. She said that she could not see clearly. Her own writing, she could not see clearly. She's the one who filled in that form. And she could not see clearly her own handwriting. And after explaining the entire process, 4 of the defense lawyers said that they didn't have any questions. Ramosepeli said that they said that he will cross-examine at a later stage. Turns out he had a medical exam that he had to go to, so he had communicated prior that he was going to come in after 12.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, now to me, I felt like it was a good decision for the defense not to waste their time on this witness. I honestly felt like, okay, I don't have beef with them for not cross-examining her.
No. But Marambona lo mkhulu lo.
Which mkhulu?
The judge.
Oh, you mean the judge?
Oh, that thing of did you open your mouth? Did you Demon was speed about for what, man? And what he's doing is debunking everything.
He is debunking what he spots as weaknesses. He debunks so that this.
It's not even weaknesses that happen.
To him, it's weaknesses. Remember, he's looking for a person that's looking for something. They want to find. Because
the funny thing is that even the person who took the swab is not sure who he took the swab from. And no, that's not a problem. When Ntanzo says no, that the person who talked to me did not speak. He did not speak in Tswana.
Yes. So this is very interesting. So
Aye. That obvious, allegedly. I'm
thinking maybe, when you have a case against you, and it's a case you don't want to be found out, especially after I found out that there were news that broke out a couple of months ago. I don't know if you guys got wind of those news that most of the police officers have criminal records. It was huge news.
So, no. I'm talking about. I heard those news. The way the judge is fighting.
Oh, you mean how the judge is fighting? How with the judge, it's another story.
This guy is there on the news. It's not something that is hidden.
Then why does he keep doing it?
But he keeps on without a fail.
Is he untouchable?
Aye.
There's no accountability for him.
It is worrying what it does, man.
It's like he's not even fearful. He knows that he will not be called to account, or it's like he knows how to diffuse himself out of this. He has some form of a backup, or maybe we are just the ignorant ones.
Obviously, it's alleged. We are alleging. But the manner in which,
bold.
He's
too bold.
If we are going to decide that we are going to favor a certain narrative, it's better you keep quiet and then you surprise people.
Then surprise us with a verdict that
we are seeing it as we go. Like
it's been calm.
The verdict is gonna come and say 1, 2, 3.
Why can't you just shock us while you are quiet the entire time?
Oh, this one is fighting. Did you open your mouth? Did you? Did he push you at the highball? I'm sorry.
South Africa, like we are seeing miracles, things that we never thought existed in this country. We are seeing them broadcasted live on the YouTube.
I've seen many judges, but
live and in color. a judge that decides to be biased and good to us tule. In fact, we are being bullied to say
obviously
we
it's
do not
alleged.
see this.
That is bias. We still say it's alleged.
It's alleged. Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, we can't just boldly come out and say it. Kumele statazele around it. But it's live. It's in our faces.
Amen. Not even once. I do not remember a day this judge has asked the question that is seeking to help defense.
And then there's a banging
day.
of the table.
Not a day.
When cross-examination is taking place. When the state is giving their evidence, there's no banging of tables. But as soon as cross-examination starts, there's a banging of the tables. There's movement, man, in the table. It's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore. Is this person even paying attention to the cross-examination? Are they taking notes? Like they take notes when the state gives evidence.
The behavior is similar to what we are seeing generally in our lives when it comes to these politicians. Which indeed one must start now questioning these older people that are brought back to actually do things that at some point
cannot
will impact on the next generation that comes up. It's a problem that we have in South Africa.
Or cannot be easily done by people that feel that they have their career reputation at stake and they want to protect it.
Yes. The problem of South Africa, the door is always open for old people to come and make huge decisions that are affecting the current generation.
Important
the next
positions.
Also generation.
Even in politics, important
it's
positions are held by
thing.
people
It's something
that should be resting and taking care of their grandchildren.
You listen to former President Thabo Mbeki dealing with the land issue. I have to say it because it's there on the news. There is no. These people, they cannot even account. You know, they came and said, we said it's our resolution. The land should be worked by those who live in it. And who's those people? Because everyone. I know for sure from where I come from, the house that we have is on top of rocks there, where there is no food actually.
No fertile soil.
No fertile soil. So when you take a resolution like that, who are you taking that resolution for? What were you actually saying if we sit down and analyze that? Here comes someone who came and displaced the original people from a certain position. And then when those people have to take it back, have to now gain their power, they say, no. We leave everything untouched. Because that's what, if I sit down every day, I listen to that issue. That's what it says. The land should be worked by those who occupy it. Who occupies the land?
It can be a thief. As long as they've occupied it, they've thrown you out of your land.
Yes.
It's theirs.
And indeed, that means, that translates to say, everything is unchanged. Except that there is this person now that looks like you who's in charge. Like you listen to them, they go to the news and discuss these things. They discuss them with conviction. Then you ask yourself, Mara, do you hear yourself? Have you taken time to analyze what you are saying? What it meant when you what have you? Do you even go and revisit that?
I doubt.
You go around. I mean, how many interviews has this man done? A lot of them recently, since the formation of the new party. Been talking a lot.
And he had previously said that he was not going to be campaigning for that party.
But let us not deviate. I'm just making an example of
about the land issue.
of how old people
Reason.
failed and they continue to fail us in our present.
That is why they must sit at home and enjoy
Exactly.
retirement.
Because in my own humble opinion, I know everyone has the rights to choose, but in my own humble opinion, I would rather have old people just chilling. Even when it comes to voting. Just chill, man. We will sort you out.
Go home and go to them and assist them to vote. You understand? They shouldn't be on the queues and stuff like that.
You know, even if they don't vote.
Even if they don't vote, it's fine.
Because, I mean, you are taking a decision.
Yes.
That will impact us for 5 to 10 years. And you probably might not be there to see that.
Yeah. Yes.
We love our grannies. We go work for them. We do everything for them. Tax money and everything that comes, pays them, and all that.
But as for information of today, they do not have. Now I see why the pre-1994 era lasted for so long. Part of it lasting for so long, it was information was denied to a certain people. Enough information was not given. So you'll find that there are other people who are trying to wake up other people, and other people who are fighting against the waking up.
Exactly.
And it's also happening now, believe it or not, even with
it's
the information.
It's our problem. That's where we are.
It's happening even now with this case.
That's where we are.
There are other people who are fighting to...
Without questioning things.
No, you can see that these people are not even reasoning or sitting down and looking at the whole information holistically.
Because they
just picked a side.
The name criminals has been used. They are criminalized. So they, in fact, according to those people, they should be in jail.
And written off.
We understand those who have cases.
Yes.
But when you sit down now and analyze how accused number 1, for example, got there, I think it becomes difficult for you to ignore the process building up to his arrest. And when you hear in court now someone coming boldly saying that I took the swab for Ntanzo, I took the swab for CAS 636, while someone says no. It was not. It was a Nongoma case. Where is this Nongoma case now?
Where is the Nongoma case?
And then you ignore that. You say, they're lying. The bank statements are coming and saying, they were in Joburg. They're lying.
We're going to get to that bank statement issue. The witness was asked to stand down and a new witness was called. Now, as much as these unnecessary witnesses are being brought up, but the purpose of this witness was to try and convince us that Mogani did not take the DNA swabs like Bongani Ntanzi alleges or claims. That was the purpose of this, for those of us who couldn't understand why she was there. So, yeah, but in my opinion, and this is my opinion, separate from the opinion of Mzansi Reality, I still believe in Ntanzi's version. I still believe...
Why would you lie about people that were there?
I still believe that Mogani is the one who took those DNA swabs, and I still believe that when they did come to him, they came to him with the 636 case, not as they claim. Mogani istori sakhe aslangani right now. Aslangani. So yes. And yeah, and another giveaway for me was the whole confusion between Mogani, Mogale, Mogola. It's like you wanted to say Mogola, honestly speaking, when you said Mogale.
Hey.
But we're going to let it go because you corrected yourself.
No, pretend as if you just happen to know the name. I don't know.
That to me was a dead giveaway. That girl, it seems like you are here to close the gap for somebody. I don't know, but it's not a well-oiled machine, and it's giving you had very little time to prepare. Yeah. And if you wrote the statement in 2020, I don't think you would have been struggling as much as you were on that box. But I digress. I let it go.
Digress.
So the state
Jafet Kuli, thank you for your generous donation.
Thank you so much. Shout out to
Jafet.
Jafet, thank you. The state called Captain Nailana, who took photos during the pointings out of accused number 1, Moses Bia. Nyalana testified in the trial within a trial, and he came back again to testify. And Advocate Balo informed the court that he had a foot injury or a foot operation. He stepped over a toothpick. Nyalana is with the Hawks. He was on duty on the 5th of June 2020, the day of the pointings out. His role, he said, he was a driver.
He's with the Hawks.
Hey, he was a driver. And Nyalana said that the accused, Moses Bia, was placed behind Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe, who was on the front passenger seat. And the accused told the Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe that he cannot take them from Alberton to Vosloorus as he's not familiar with the place. He told Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe that once they are at Vosloorus, he can be able to take them to the place that needs to be pointed out. That is when he said he dropped out of Alberton SAPS and proceeded to Vosloorus. Nyalana said that when they arrived at the entrance of Vosloorus, he informed Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe that they were at Vosloorus. Colonel Hadebe engaged the accused, and he explained to him that he must give him the direction, and then Hadebe would tell him, the driver, Nyalana, where to turn. And the accused, Sbia, gave them the directions, and they drove according to the instructions that he gave them. Colonel Hadebe was the one giving Nyalana, as Colonel Hadebe was the one receiving it from accused number 2. That is how they are putting it. I don't know how that works when you are in the same car. You are in the same car,
but you're not able to hear
the accused.
The honorable court must hear that. The honorable court.
The honorable court.
You are from far with this case.
You are in the same car. The accused is talking. Your surname is Nyalana.
Hey.
You couldn't hear the accused giving.
Nailana.
You couldn't hear the accused.
Sounds like some things. Almost.
You couldn't hear him. But you could hear Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe. You're in the same car. So he was talking to the lieutenant, giving him the direction, and then Lieutenant Colonel will give you the direction, and yet you are in the same car.
Yes.
You're not in a bus. You're in
KB, you gifted 5 people to be members. Yeah. Thank you very much for your gift. Indirectly so. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And they got out. He said they did the pointings out. The photographer, Sergeant Mapakela, was also there. Nyalanda said that after the photographs were taken, they got back into the car, and Colonel Hadebe said that there was another place that needed to be pointed out.
Yes.
And Nyalanda said that after the photographs were taken, they got back into the vehicle, and the accused gave further instructions to Colonel Hadebe to the second spot. He said that the picture he was shown was of Muzi pointing. Because Advocate Baloy was like, in the picture, what do you see in the picture? And he was like, okay, it's Muzi pointing. He then said that they should stop the vehicle in an open space near the hostels in Vosloorus. They got out of the vehicle to continue with the pointings out, and Baloy showed him another picture, which was photo 18, and Nyalana said that it was the photo of a Toyota Corolla that he was driving that was silver in color. The accused was sitting at the back, and the door was opened, and that's when he was getting out of the vehicle so that they can finalize the pointings out. Another photo was demonstrated, and Nyalana Nyalana said that it's Muzi again pointing at the spot. Another photo 20, was the same photo as photo 19, and Muzi is pointing again, looking at the cameraman. And then photo 21 showed the Corolla state vehicle that's where he was parked, and he was still inside the vehicle when that photo was taken. So Baloyi asked him about the background, and he said that there is a small house with some graffiti on it. Baloyi asked him, but what are those buildings there at the back? And Nyalana said that they were hostels. Photos were taken there also, and they both got inside the vehicle. Nyalana said that they returned to the vehicles after the pointings out, and Hadebe told him that they were finished with the pointings out. He said he then drove back to the Alberton SAPS. There's another photo 22, and Nyalana said that we see the state vehicle. We are parked now at Alberton SAPS. And Baloyi asked about photo 23 and 24, and it was still the same vehicle on the photo. And on photo 24, it was him, Hadebe, and the accused as they brought him back to the pointing out. They brought him back from the pointing out. So Baloyi went to photo 17, and Nyalana said that it's the Toyota Corolla of the state with the registration number visible. It was at Vosloorus, the parking where he parked when they did the pointings out. And Baloyi asked about the structure between the two walls, and Nyalana said it was an electric box between the two walls. Another wall was plastered and not painted. Then another one was a face brick wall. I assumed that maybe they were talking about the house, the street where the Spaza house is, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Mileage was not visible on the picture. Remember Mgomezulu under cross-examination in the trial, within a trial, he wanted the mileage.
Yes.
It's not visible on the picture. Even Khumalo asked if there's a picture of them, that the picture where they took the mileage, and it's not visible, that picture. So Baloyi was now making him repeat literally some of the stuff that he placed on record in the trial, within a trial.
Yes.
Now the miles were mentioned is like 80.8090, 806. It's 80690 and 80652 at point of departure. I guess that's what
he was actually helping him.
He was helping him with that. Then Tulani Mgomezulu did his cross-examination and questioned Nyalana on the route that he took. Nailana. Yo, ntate, Tuse Nailana wanhlula. Nailana.
Yeah.
Yo, tate. Nailana said that the date was the 5th of June, and Mgomezulu asked him, when I asked you during the trial, within a trial, whether accused number 1 was giving directions, was he communicating with you or with Colonel Hadebe? And Nailana said he was telling Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe, and Mgomezulu asked him, is it your evidence that accused number 1 said, if you can take me to the entrance of Vosloorus, I'll be able to show you the directions. The person who was better able to take accused number 1 to the entrance of Vosloorus, was it you or Colonel Hadebe? And Nailana said it was himself. He took ownership of that. He said he was the one fitted to take accused number 1 to the pointing out. And Mgomezulu asked him, Colonel Hadebe, was he familiar with Vosloorus? And Nailana said that he could not answer. And they asked him again, did you bother yourself to ask him if he was familiar with Vosloorus? And Nailana said Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe instructed him to drive to Vosloorus. There was no need for him to ask him if he knew it. So Mgomezulu then asked him, this accused person, being a person who is very familiar with Vosloorus, when you left Alberton, did you join any freeway? And Nailana said yes. Which entrance of the freeway from Alberton did you join? Did you join it from the N12 or the N3? And Nailana said, if you have a problem with that, we can do an in-lock inspection and I'll show you the roads. So literally here he was offering to go back. What is so difficult about giving directions, Mr. Driver?
What do they want to show that one? They didn't do these directions themselves.
Oh, they want to show. Oh, so that's the whole
But at
point
the end, it looks like they actually drove there.
They drove there. There was no need to ask accused number one. I mean, there's GPS and stuff. At least use the GPS excuse, gay. Why are you gonna be like... I'm gay, guys. No. So Mngome Zulu asked him, do you know the Grey Avenue? And Nailana said that he knew Grey Avenue. And they asked him, did you off-ramp on Grey Avenue, yes or no? And Nailana said no. They asked him if he off-ramped on Heidelberg Road. And he said that's correct. So Mngome Zulu then said, if you off-ramped on N3 Heidelberg Road, the first off-ramp is Spruit View. Do you agree? And he said that's correct. They asked him, the second off-ramp is Barry-Marie, right? Did I pronounce it right? Barry-Marie. And it's in Vosloorus. So Nailana said that's correct. So they asked him again, the first off-ramp, Spruit View, is it also a road leading to Vosloorus? Do you agree? And Nailana said that's correct. Mngome Zulu said, my question is what made you to choose Barry-Marie as the entrance to Vosloorus? Because he asked you to take him to Vosloorus. He did not tell you to off-ramp in Barry-Marie or Spruit View. If you did not know the place. Then Nailana said the main road that is normally used when people go to Vosloorus, that is where by the entrance you get the big sign that says, welcome to Vosloorus. That is why he chose that road. Then it says you knew where you were going, right?
Yes.
Doesn't it say that you knew where you were going? Because he said from Alberton to Vosloorus, I don't know, but you got to the entrance of the so-called entrance. You got there without his assistance.
What Moses was trying to determine here is not a problem that you knew where Vosloorus is. The problem is that there was an assertion that was put to say, accused number one said, if you can put me in a complex. So now he's submitting that there are many complex, there are many entrances there that have complex. It's not only one.
Yes.
How did they determine which complex? Was it explained to them? Because if I'm gonna say, okay, as long as I'm in complex, maybe
I can see where I am, and I
so
can take you where you
then
want.
the entrance happens to have a complex, many, and the other one. So how did he choose which complex? Because I got this person, he knew where he was going. Right now, once you are in Vosloorus, now he knows where he's going. He was gonna call that shopping or complex but with a certain name, like I want complex so and so.
Wow, that is genius.
So that's why he kept on probing to say, okay.
And I saw the judge also interfering.
Yes, because he saw what is
whenever
happening.
interferes look like that, there's something happening, even though it might not make sense at the moment. But yeah, which complex?
Which complex?
Of which entrance?
Yes. How
was
did
he
you
talking
choose
about?
that one that you went to? Because you guys are saying he said complex, and that is not finished. What complex? Because there are other complexes, there are other entrances that have complex. Why did you choose that one in particular? Because they are making it now sound like each said that one that they chose. Why did they choose Barry-Marie?
Well, one of the answers that Nailana gave, he said, let me remind the court in my testimony in the trial within a trial. I told the court that the accused said he's not familiar with Alberton, only if you can get him to Vosloorus. And I chose the easiest road to go to Vosloorus. That is why. After they asked him, why did you choose that route?
So that is not an answer. You are saying someone was specific. It's saying, once I'm in Vosloorus, I will tell you. So the starting point, which is supposed to be a shopping center, he He was supposed to call it by name.
By name.
But he didn't, because he never said, I know Phosphorus, I will point to, I know where the incident happened. He never said that. That's why you cannot say with confidence that no, he said, let me make an example. He said, take me to Job XCBD. Job XCBD, where in particular, if I say maybe Wanderers. Now, Job XCBD is general.
Yes.
But now when I say Wanderers,
you're specific.
I'm being specific. Which side of Job XCBD we are going. Then I know where we are going once I'm there. But now, in this case, Job XCBD, you take me, you leave me at MTN. Did I point?
No.
Or you decided to?
You decided to lend me there at the MTN. I did not tell you. I said CBD.
Yes.
Hi, this was genius. I did not pick it up. Mr. Anonymous.
No, that's why Mgomezu knows the area. It's easy for him to ask such questions because he's not confused about the area. But for someone who's not familiar with the question defending you, it would have been hard because he would not know that force law has other entrances that have the shopping complex. Yes.
Well, Colonel Hadebe told this court, Mgomezulu said that accused number 1 said, if you can take me to an entrance where there's a shopping complex. And Nailana said that he was not aware of that. Mgomezulu asked, I even said to Colonel Hadebe that there are so many entrances in Vosloorus with shopping complexes. The judge asked the witness if they were there when Hadebe gave evidence. Nailana said no. Why does it matter, Judge?
What he's trying to do is to make Mgomezu stop questioning that flop. He's saying he was not there. But this guy
it's on record.
Is saying what makes it difficult for the judge to just say, leave that question. This guy was in the same car. It's not like they would go outside and say, this is where I'm going. No.
And Hadebe testified in court.
They were in a car, and that car is small. What is the name of a car? Corolla.
It's a Corolla.
Yes.
Toyota Corolla.
It's a Corolla. Unless you tell me this man has a hearing problem.
Mgomezulu said that I'm putting what Hadebe told this court after explaining that he wanted to discredit what Nailana was telling the court today. Hadebe was talking about a shopping complex, and Mgomezulu said I canvassed the shopping complex to him to say that it's not the only entrance with a shopping complex. So what you are telling this court is not true. That is not what Colonel Hadebe was told by accused number 1. Nailana said that as you enter Vosloorus, there are shopping complex. So he doesn't know which shopping complex you are alluding to. Mgomezulu asked him, would you agree with me that Lisedi is also a shopping complex? And Nailana said, I'm not from Vosloorus, I don't know the complexes. So Mgomezulu said, when you off ramp on Spruit View, the first turn on your left hand side, that's the beginning of a shopping complex with a BP garage. Mgomezulu said that he was born in Katlehong and he's very familiar with the place when asked by Nailana if he knew the place. And Mgomezulu said, beside the board, what made you off ramp using Berry Marie? And Baloy stood to object, but before he could finish his sentence of why he's objecting, the judge said... The
darling finished it.
That...
You know that we finish each other's sentences. Once you love each other too much, you know what the person is going to say next. You're like, oh, okay, I understand you. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Don't even say it. I know why you're standing up. He normally does that. I know, by the way, I know.
I can foretell what you're about to say, and let me just finish it for you. Yeah, Aishem. Before he could finish his sentence, the judge said that the witness has offered to take them there they can arrange that. Otherwise, they're going to be here the whole year.
Until Mandela wakes up, or something like that.
He's resurrected.
Resurrected.
The judge offered to take the court to inspection. He even said we can even postpone for that. You are afraid that you're going to be there the whole day, but you're willing to postpone so that the court can go and see for Sloras. Interesting. And he said he wanted to make the application for that to happen, but then Gobe Zulu said that they can also include the engine garage.
Yes. Yes, ibambe ngakho impela uza kahle impela.
Hey, the judge had the engine garage.
Hey. Where are you going? Hey.
And then he refused. He said, we are not talking about the engine garage here.
Yes, I remember we are solving. We are shy in your name building a lot. We might as well just solve the issue of demographics. Let's deal with that issue.
And you know what the beautiful thing
Demarcation.
is? When Gomezulu is throwing all of his shade, he's so calm.
Yeah, it's important to be calm under this judge. Very. Otherwise, you might be throwing. You might be throwing the whole book at him.
He's so calm. He's so calm. I'm admiring the calmness.
Yeah.
I'm just in awe of the calmness. I'm like, wow.
It's very important to be calm.
There's no tension in his face. He's just like, okay, my lord.
Just laugh a bit.
We can just go. Might as well go to the engine garage.
And also, while we're at it, check the issue of Baragwana Hospital.
Yeah.
See if the AVL might disconnect or something. And then we move maybe to the so-called ATM.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dumping area.
Yes. Then we'll be done with this whole case then in terms of what we need to do outside.
Yes.
Then we come back. One day will be enough. It will be sufficient.
Well, as the judge shut down the engine garage trip, Mgomezulu said, okay, fine, there's no need for that. Mgomezulu reminded the judge that they are trying to rebut the evidence that accused number one is the one who directed them to the place of the incident. And from the robot at Butsilong Hospital on the left, he continued to say, engine garage is on the left from there. Where did accused number one take you to? And Nailana said that, my lord, again, I'm going to repeat, when you're driving, you don't take points. You listen to the direction. I said previously from the direction that we were given by the accused until we did the pointing out. I even said, if you said to me now, drive me to the pointing out, I'm going to have a problem because I don't know
here to testify?
That house. But to the hostel, I can take you.
Why are you here to testify if you don't know these things? The point of you coming here is to verify exactly that.
Yes.
How are you going to verify if you don't know where you went?
Well, the duty is on the state to prove that accused number one directed them to the crime scene. He said it's your duty now as the driver who was directed to tell this court what did accused number one say when he was directing you. If you say you can't remember, that means your evidence is irrelevant. You are not important to deliver this evidence.
You are here to prove that. You are here to put a stamp. Yes. He said I must go to
he told us.
A spaza shop.
That's why the whole speaking to Hadebe when the accused is just next to you makes no sense. You should have just said, accused number two, I heard him. He told us that I must turn left, turn right. And then when I got there, he told me to turn right, to turn left, to turn, to turn, to turn, to turn. You understand? Simple. But you just made it so complicated.
Or you could have just written in your whole statement that I cannot remember the direction. We wouldn't even call you.
Exactly.
Save yourself time.
Yes.
So what are you here? Now we are even seeing photos. Photos are the end product of you moving.
Yes. He's not the one to be testifying on photos. I don't get that.
Hey.
Yes. So Nailana said, I beg to differ, my lord. That is incorrect. The version that you are giving to the court is incorrect.
What version? That you are useless. are deemed useless.
Nongoma Zulu said, the reason why I'm saying this is because you cannot assist this court to take this court from the second robot to the crime scene. Nailana said, correct. And Gomez Zulu, but according to your evidence, before I wrap up my cross-examination, because there's no evidence coming from your side how he directed you, let me just ask this question. When this accused person was directing you, as you allege, because there's evidence, I loved the shade. The shade that he was throwing.
What did he say?
He was throwing major shade. And he was saying that as he alleges, because there is evidence, right? And Nailana said, directing Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe. Okay? And Gomez Zulu said, was he in any way misleading you? Was there any stage where accused number 1 was misleading you in terms of directions?
Yeah.
And Nailana said that the accused did not hesitate. He was calm. He was sober. He was confident.
I like it when they say that. That's when you know that they are doing it for the member. You know, calm, sober.
Sober.
Eh? How did you know he was sober? Because you are not interacting with him.
Undue force.
And in fact, in your evidence, you are giving impression that he never interacted with you. How did you determine he was sober?
Then Gomez Zulu said, I was going to refer you to the photos that were led on, but I can see that they are no longer relevant because you could not take the court to the place where the crime scene was in terms of the directions. Gomez Zulu then concluded his cross-examination. The lawyer for accused number 2 had gone for medical examination, and Baloyi said that he indicated that he had long questions to Nailana. The judge asked Nailana to come back tomorrow, but then he said they should wait until 2 p.m. At first he had said 12, and then Baloyi said it's 15 minutes away. Then he said 1 o'clock, and then they're like, no, what if we don't make it 2 o'clock after the long adjournment? Well, after the long adjournment, Ramasipili said that Captain Nailana could be excused. He had no questions for him. So the judge jokingly said that Nailana has a strong witch doctor, yet he was the one busy making fun of the testimony of a Sangoma, the statement from the Sangoma that is very crucial from 375. It was funny then.
Hey guys, let's push the likes. 831 for 30. That's half of what we have. Let's push them to be a bit over. Let's push the likes.
Like the video, guys, please. Please like the
video.
video.
We'll help you dominate Modern Gang because we need to remind you at least as many times as we can so that you press that like button.
Well, Ramasipili referred to Mogani's testimony, where he testified that on the 16th of June 2020, him and Sergeant Mabena arrested accused number 2 in phase 2 in Rustenburg. And that accused number 2 was then transported from there. First, they had to go and drop off the escort that escorted them to the place of accused number 2. Then they drove to Pretoria North SAPS, where accused number 2 was booked in and detained. Mashele said that she does not know. She did not ask where they came from and where they were going. I did not ask those questions, she said. Now, her voice here was very low. Even the interpreter had to ask her, ma'am, can you speak a little bit up? Can you raise the voice? Okay. You could tell that, hey, ha.
I'm sure we will papa the toilet. You know, when you are afraid of what is about to come.
Yeah, your stomach starts acting funny. For no reason at all. But the stomach is affected when you're too nervous for something.
I don't know where these things connect. Maybe those who have not told me.
Phew! And then I was like, okay, you know what would have added more meat to this cross-examination? The OBs.
Yes.
Time.
Yes.
Of the booking of.
But no, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
I think they did a good thing.
Yeah.
The owner of OBs is coming.
Oh, the owner of Opis is coming.
Save these questions.
Yeah,
because
leave this
once you
one.
ask these questions
Yeah.
they prepare.
You're giving them preparation.
Give them clues. Save these OPs.
Yes.
Wait for the owner of these so-called OPs, the masters of OPs, to come and now they must tell us how did that happen? How did it happen that the OPs are talking different times? Yeah, they must come and tell us. I got that's the thing. That's the thing with changing as you go. You know, you're adding as you go. You end up trembling on top of something else, and you not know, you're not aware that actually I'm now messing up these OP issues.
Sergeant Mokhani testified that he arrested accused number 2 on the 16th of June 2020 in respect of a Nongoma case 16310 of 2018 and not the Foslerus case 63610 of 2014. Mashele said that he did not tell her anything. All she asked was, she was asked buccal swabs, and she says she's taking it from the station which he gave her of Foslerus case only. She sounded defeated, honestly speaking, here.
Yeah, there's nothing to say. Tell the truth, Onakel. I mean, you cannot say now, Nongoma case, that you don't even know the number. Agribella, you're not prepared properly.
You know, let me speculate. I'm speculating.
Yeah, do.
I dare anybody to convince me that she was not called in this week to fill in this particular gap.
I don't even think it's a week. I think we are taking it too far.
Maybe
it's
a couple of days.
It's a day or so.
And my speculation further says that she never had any engagement with accused number 2.
Yeah.
And another speculation I have is Pretoria North is a station that Mokhani is very familiar with. And I'm not sure if she was chosen recently because
that's what I'm saying. She's
certificates of taking swabs and Mokhani doesn't.
It's like, girl, can you help me here? You know?
Yeah, just cover me here.
But then it didn't. I don't think it worked good for us, people who are watching the case and observing and analyzing. It did not work properly because it was a small thing. You know, you'd be mistaken it to say, hey, man, you can do this thing. You know, is that issue you can do? You can go say 1, 2, 3. You know, and then you're done. Only to find that other people, you know, they panic under such
pressure.
And that's when now they talk. They end up giving us names and different names.
I know I couldn't do it. If you want to lose your case, get me to lie for you.
Really, yeah.
I'm bad, you guys. I'm a very bad man.
It's chive.
I can't do it. I can't. My heart, my goo.
As a 2000 would say, it's chive.
It's chive. You're going to jail.
I mean, you can trust me, guys. Long as I'm briefed properly.
I can't do it.
You can trust me if you come lie for you.
I've lost friendships because I couldn't lie. I couldn't. I'm like, sure. But then, yeah, that's my speculation. And also, I was wondering, hey, what if they ask for your clocking system? Whether you were on duty that night, were you on day shift or night shift? Hey,
hell will break.
What if?
It would disappear.
You found Mshololo relaxed.
Yeah.
What if she subpoenas your clock?
I mean, I can do better than Zoom. I now can do better. Oh, I don't speak. I wouldn't say a lot of things because, I
that's
think
what gets you into trouble.
I think once you start talking more and oversharing.
Yeah, when you start wanting so much to make your story believable that you start talking a lot. That
arrangement of subsequently, I wouldn't do that.
You would to the point. To the point. You know what I loved? The testimony of accused number 1 when he was on the box.
Yeah.
I wish I could behave like that under stressful conditions. I wish I could answer with one simple sentence like that. That is a skill that I'm still working on.
And then you got no fun on Ntanzo.
Mina ngifana noNtanzo.
Yeah, Ntanzo.
Mina ngifana noNtanzo. I over-explain. Especially when I'm nervous. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And also supporting documentation was produced in the form of occurrence books, in particular the one for Pretoria North, which showed that accused number 1 was indeed booked under Nongoma case 16310 of 2018, and he was not booked under Foslera's case 10 of 2014. Mashele said that she had no information of that. What she is saying is that when she filled in this form and case number and station is what she was given for another case, she has no information on that. And Ramasipili said to her, he stated twice on the main trial, Umukhani, in the trial within a trial and the main trial, that he did not arrest Ntanzi for case 63610 of 2014. And he said that I was investigating the Nongoma case for 163. I would have expected to see a buccal swab for Nongoma case rather than this, because investigations on that day related to Nongoma. And Mashele said I was writing what he was telling me. Foslera's case 63610 of 2014 was given to me by him, and I was assisting him to take the buccal swab. Of course, she was speaking in Tswana when she was saying all of this, but yeah, you got the idea of what she was saying. Mohani took those swabs. This is another one of my speculations. Allegedly.
Yeah.
He did.
Now, after seeing that credentials are questioned, he couldn't be the one.
He couldn't be the one to come in and claim that. Well, Ramasipili told Mashele that he's not putting any fault or blame at her or at her door, because this is what Mohani testified in court. Ramasipili asked Mashele when she was taking the buccal swab of Ntanzi, who provided his ID number to her. She said he did, seeing that she was struggling to recognize her own handwriting. But she says she's the one who took the ID number. Nitini. You think she took that ID
No,
number?
I don't think so.
And one thing about Ramasipili, he's very sensitive to these witnesses, which is very humane. But and I'm going down. I don't want a lawyer to do that. No.
Yeah.
I want you to shred that person who's lying on me to pieces. I just want you to break them if you can.
What do you say about the financial analyst / lawyer Sibanda that is reading transactions?
Where is the people from the bank? Aren't they the ones supposed to be testifying?
You know what the defense should do? They should frustrate them. They should frustrate them by asking questions such as, how can you withdraw for rand something?
A bank charge.
How does that? Not a bank charge. Withdraw.
Oh, they withdraw. There's a withdrawal of 4 rand.
How can you withdraw that? Like they need to ask. Uncle is the
about
one,
the evidence. Yeah. Like you are giving it. He's the one giving
the
it. The
point of bringing a person is that you can get clarity.
Yes.
You must ask that question.
Sibanda must answer questions now about transactions that are happening in the capitec.
Yes. As the judge was busy denying this. Yes, I'm denying. You cannot withdraw coins. It's impossible.
Oh my goodness.
You can't do that. It's highly impossible.
There's withdrawal of coins.
How can we withdraw 4 rand? Unless now there's a note of 4 rand.
Yo, but in notes, they even say notes. Yeah, you will have to be cross-examined for the transaction.
Yeah, you must clarify. Agri is a financial analyst of capitec now. Yeah.
Not even advisor, analyst more so, because that's those statements are supposed to come with someone who's higher up in the bank, right? Who is responsible for monitoring such transactions, the head of that department, right? So what is Sibanda doing testifying on transactions?
No, yes, I know that it's a withdrawal of whatnot, but you need that clarity from the banker, not from the lawyer. How can a lawyer come and tell you things of finances?
Let us not lose focus.
How?
The AVL.
You must ask this question on purpose. Yes.
The cell phone records came with an expect. The DNA came with an expect. Why is the bank?
Why are the bank refusing
coming
to come
with the lawyer? Why are they not coming with an expect also? Let us not lose focus.
Each bank has a financial advisor. Has financial advisors.
Yes.
Each bank. Bring that expect here so that he can explain properly and we understand. Now we have to assume now. No.
Let us not lose focus, Bazalwane. We are in this together. Why is this evidence now not coming with its own person, with the statement and the section?
All of a sudden,
section 204.
Unless it was compiled, as they would say.
Where's the section 20 what? The section something. I'm sure there's a section what.
You said he's bringing, Balo, you said he's bringing this on what section? He did say.
Oh, he did mention the section. I did not take it down because it doesn't make sense to me. This is financial information.
Yes.
It's more important.
And it requires
than
financial people.
Yes. It's more important than cell phone information to me, in my opinion. This is where the meat of your case resides. Why are you not bringing in an expert to give it weight? Why are you now testifying on it as if you work in a bank?
What is Banda is everything, eh?
Yeah.
Next thing is going to be investigating.
Yeah, next thing it'll be investigator testifying as an investigator. Who knows?
So the judge is there, is ready to defend them.
Yeah. What is your argument? What is your dispute? Haibo, judge.
Pressuring people to
Why do you want to know the dispute? Ungena. State they're not done. They're not done unraveling the evidence of the bank.
Want people to show their hands.
You already want a dispute. For any? For what? They're not done. Give them time to finish with giving their evidence of their bank accounts. Then you will hear the dispute. Why are we in a hurry?
You know, the funny thing is, Ngomezulu says he wants the other bank.
Standard Bank.
Kanona capitec, why available?
Why is capitec very so easily available?
Because it's a South African.
Vela, why is capitec so easily available, guys?
It's accessible.
Do I need to close my capitec account?
It's accessible.
Ngiba novalo. Or maybe, yeah, plus I already have multiple ones, yes. But the capitec.
You're testifying also.
I do have multiple. But the capitec. Something is not right. Why even with Ntanzo proving where they only read us, what was happening with Ntanzi's statement, it did not make sense. He got paid and the transactions that were mentioned were not like these ones that we are hearing today. That is my problem with Ntanzi's evidence of trying to debunk that he was in Nongoma. Those guys, do you remember how they were read? Those transactions of Ntanzi. It was so cold and weird.
And they don't even want to repeat reading them. That's the funny thing. And then Sibanda today is like accused number 2 is already on record, and that's where I have a problem. Read them again.
Read them. We want them where he's buying airtime, where he's buying toothpaste, where he's buying. We want that. Those transactions.
Stands up and say, yeah, yes, my lord is on record. Yeah, what other thing of on record? Read them
again,
so that we pick up What we
When
didn't
Baloi
pick up.
read them, they didn't make sense. We are still perplexed even now as to how a person gets paid and he doesn't make any transactions.
I got these lawyers sometimes can miss things. Let them read them so that we can hear again. So there's no harm in that.
Yeah, read them again.
Why are you assisting them? Say, yeah, they are already on record. No. Repeat them. It's not a problem.
Repeat them again.
Well, you can do that.
So that they form a part
cross-examine
of
you
this.
on the basis of someone else's, so that you can put it on record. That's why I put the Jololo's name on record.
On the blast.
Do you see that number there? Yes, the one below that. Can you please read it, on record?
0752153984, and then what's the name? What's the name that's next?
It was
to the
on
number?
a cell phone. That's how the problem started. It pissed off Mshololo. Hey, do you see that number below? Please read it on record. Yeah, that's how the problem started.
And then they pissed off Mshololo. Mshololo now wants Section 205s.
You see?
She wants them after waiting for 8 months. She wants those Section 205s now. They must beam it. If they say I'm not correct, they must beam them. She's not done. She also requested a bank statement of Ntuli from Standard Bank today.
Alal Mshololo. You're not gonna read this number there in public. Pepeneni.
And what if she's still using the same number? Oh my god!
Most probably. The lawyers don't change their numbers a lot.
Oh my gosh! You just put her name and number out there. Wow.
Guys, just like the video. Amelie, do you have anything left?
Once she has completed the form, it's an original, and how many duplicates does it come in? She said that 3. It's an original and duplicate. So how they fill in this DNA, it has three documents that are duplicated. So it's the original and 2 of them are copies. And asked what happens with the impending of the thumbprint to the form, Mashele said that they placed them individually on each form. Asked if she remembers the person who took these thumbprints from, and she said that it has been a while and she cannot recall. She could not recall Ntanzo. That was really troubling. Asked what language she was speaking with that person, Mashele said that she was speaking Setswana and the person could hear her language, and if he did not understand her, they would use English. Asked how she obtained the buccal swabs, she said she asked from him and then he agreed. She explained how the swabbing works and then he opened his mouth and she took the swabs. Ramasipili told Mashele about the testimony that Mohani gave when they said, no, it's not Mohani Tsiye who gave this testimony to say that they placed the swab like for 5 seconds on each side of every cheek.
You see what happens when you study your thing in Bantu. What is it called? What is that? Where's
African labs. African
labs.
Forensic labs.
I guess that one is dealing with witchcraft there. The other one is saying 10 seconds.
The one from Mediclinic.
The other one
is saying 10 seconds, 5 seconds
guys,
on
I'm
each.
joking, man.
No, but to think about it, let's analyze. Mashele Uti, she rolls the swab. She rolls it. While the one from Mediclinic says, I place it for 10 seconds on the inside of the left cheek, and then I place it for 10 seconds. Who would you believe?
She rolls is sounding like those nurses.
Right?
Yeah.
She rolls. She rolls it. While Omunya Ute, I place it on the inside left cheek for 10 seconds.
I believe the one who says, yeah, he placed
for
it.
5 seconds. So overall in the mouth, the swab spends 10 seconds. That's when you are assured that you have picked up the... Did you hear him?
Bantu education versus private.
No, Mashele rolls it. She rolls it. Then Mashele said that it could be because when you rub it, you do not rub it for long. She said, I'm not sure about the seconds.
What's like?
But how we rub it, we don't rub it for too long. It could be those seconds. Yeah.
What's
it could be those seconds, you know. We rub it. Yeah. 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 And Konjet said that they received attendance certificates where they did their training.
I'm sure this one doesn't have.
Where are her attendance
this one has got detective. There's only detective one.
Well, wow. Ramasipili went to accused number 2, went to the evidence when accused number 2 came back. Okay, he went to accused number 2 literally because he was called. And then when he came back, Mashele said that accused number 2 said he doesn't speak Setswana. And he does not understand English either. And with regards to the evidence of Ntanzi's girlfriend, because I see a lot of people are like, but he was dating a Motswana girl. Ntanzi said that girl could speak Zulu.
Yeah, they mixed there. They mixed there.
She could speak Zulu.
I can surely tell you, but if that girl would only speak Tswana, they wouldn't be dating.
It wouldn't work, ne?
They would Zulu,
Zulu le. Hey, Mashele said that the time she took this, he understands her clearly, and that is why she wrote. And if she did not understand, she couldn't have been able to write. And she could have looked for somebody to come and interpret for them. There was no interpreter.
So she was speaking in English, Utrueth.
Well, she was saying that she spoke in Setswana, and if Ntanzi didn't understand, she would speak in English.
Yeah.
Hey, Ntanzi wabantu, they are forcing him to understand languages.
But she couldn't even also speak English.
She testified in Setswana.
There was a point where she had to read. I think what made her nervous is reading that thing. I was like, what? Can you put that on record? It's like, hey.
Yeah? Do I have to read this? Huh?
True. Is it incomplete? But it's fine. This language never loved us, man.
No, it's not ours.
It's not ours.
Yeah. Well, Ramasipili ended his cross-examination and he said that the rest of the questions will be handed to Sergeant Mohani. Baloyi asked her if she had taken swabs prior to taking Ntanzi's swabs, and she said yes, it could have been more than 20 swabs that she took before the one she did on Ntanzi. Then the judge came in to assist the state, addressing Ramasipili's arguments to say that Mashele and Ntanzi did not understand each other. He wanted to know if Ramasipili's client did not understand her. Ramasipili said that he told him that he does not speak Setswana, therefore he does not understand it, and he has little to no understanding of English. The judge asked Mashele, when he opened the mouth, what did you say to him? Did he understand when you said open your mouth, or did you just force his mouth to open? Mashele said no. I asked him to open his mouth. I would like to take the swab, and he did. He placed the swabs, rolled them. And the judge asked if he did not say to her or put it to her that what are you doing in my mouth? Like Ntanzi was in a state to push any police officer Batumba Mutimu at the time. Like Ntanzi could push a police officer and get away with it. Have you all forgotten about the case that a security guard now has against all of the accused? That happened in court. That incident, do you remember?
It's gorgeous.
Like Ntanzo can just push police off. And this judge is funny. Then Mashele said he was so cooperative, Shem. So yeah, Advocate Mokwatleng on behalf of the state wants so bad to break the argument of language barrier against the accused.
He wants them to understand.
Yeah, he wants them to know Stswana.
And English.
By force.
And English.
And English as
English,
well.
obviously.
They
English
must know
is
it
a
by
priority.
force. Yes. And then he asked Mogola. Then the interpreter left out Mogola in his interpretation because I was like, why are you leaving Mogola now? Because the judge was asking whether there was Mogola. And then he was like, Mogola, Mugani, and Mabena, were they there? And then the interpreter left out Mogola, guys. Why did he do that? Or did he get the hint? What is going on? Because I don't remember the judge saying, sorry, not Mogola, man, Mugani. What's up with that? Did I miss something, or am I reading too much into this whole weird situation? Then they left out Mogola, but it was now Mogani and Mabena. They were asking if they were present in the room, and Mashele said yes when the DNA swabs were being taken. Now the bank records were not handed over, were that of accused number 3. I wonder why. The bank records.
Because they are saying they are already on record. They are there.
Of number 3.
Oh, number 3. Oh, number 3. Go shoot it. Demand didn't bank, I guess.
Maybe he didn't use a bank.
That's how Nkabi would move.
Yeah, Nkabi does not use a bank now.
Yeah, that's, you see now, that,
yeah.
that would make sense.
Where is bank record?
Hey. And Velo, he was on the taxis.
He's convicted.
Banker handling.
Where are they? Where are the bank records? Then Isibanda went through Muzisbia, accused number 1's capitec banking information. Muzisbia bank records were presented by the state, and they show transactions in Johannesburg 2014, whilst Bia previously told the court that he left Gauteng in 2013 after losing his job and only returned in 2015. So one of the transactions that I picked up, I started picking up from the 25th of October 2014.
Yeah.
There was prepaid purchase of MTN airtime for 30 rands. Balance was 133.9 rands and 52 cents. And then 26th of October, prepaid purchase 12 rand, balance 127.52 cents. 27th of October, prepaid MTN 12 rand, balance 115 rands and 52 cents. 28th of October 2014, prepaid purchase MTN 85 rands and 52 cents. Another prepaid purchase of 12 rands. The balance was 73 rand and 52 cents. 1st of November 2014. Now this is way after the incident. Prepaid purchase MTN 12 rand, balance 34 rand 75. 21st of November 2014, branch cash deposit fee notes, Foslaras Naledi Mall deposit of 50 rand, balance 84 rand 75. It's giving this account is being used for airtime, for minor things, for already is giving that, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is.
There was somebody else using it for.
I think that's why Mngomezulu is looking for the other one, because I mean one thing also that must be highlighted here. This is just used to prove that he was in Joburg, right?
Yeah.
But on that, if these things were just falling into place, and if indeed these guys did this, won't we be seeing the amount being transferred?
That's the one I was waiting for.
I mean, everyone was waiting for that big amount that is being transferred.
I was waiting for the 150,000 rand deposit
on the 27th
of October.
Yes.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting.
Because there is nothing. There is no money that's going to move from Kelly to accused number 5, and then accused number 5 filter it down to the other one. There is no such.
Well,
otherwise then Kelly would be on the stand.
Yeah, she would be.
The fact that it's it's pointless. It's crazy to such an extent that they're using nowadays to say he was in Joburg. We don't care about that.
No.
Nothing puts him in that house except the so-called confession. But also the people that he was with, they are wrong.
Nothing honestly puts, even this doesn't put him in Joburg. What if his card was used by somebody else? I mean,
it could be that it was used by the uncle or anyone, but it's fine. Even if it was used by him. All I was waiting for.
It's not putting him at the Spaza house on the 26th of October.
And also all I was waiting for is that huge amount.
Cash injection to
like
say,
the AKA
gotcha.
case.
Like the AKA case, right?
I guess they are saying
huge amounts of monies are being moved in their account.
And you still need to prove that it comes from this so-called mastermind. And what made these people say this is a mastermind?
Hi, guys. Can't see Gupi. The judge asked if they don't want to admit if the statements are correct, asking the defense. Imagine the audacity and the gall. Mgomezulu said that they do not admit, and there is a bank account that has not been furnished to the defense, a standard bank account. And the judge is like, you're still saying it's cooked. And Mgomezulu did not stutter and said, yes, it's cooked. If the state can't discover that standard bank account, then he said he wanted to do a comparison. And the judge said that he can give a subpoena that he wants from the date so and so that he can get the Standard Bank information. And the judge asked if he's going to dispute every single deposit that was there or mentioned by Sibanda on that paper. And wanted to know what his client is disputing, the correctness of the entries or what. And Mgomezulu asked, how do I even consult with my client regarding those transactions when they are not the
because what if the other one comes and say KZN withdrawing money?
What?
Nongoma.
Then what? When you would have given in and given up now because somebody's reading airtime transactions and bank charges. That card alone is telling you that is not a main card. That is not a card that was working full time. Already it's telling you that not much transactions were happening in this account. I mean, airtime purchasing, bank charges, a deposit. There was a deposit that was done at Naledi Mall.
How did Ntanzo lie that he was in KZN? If you say Ntanzo was lying that he was in KZN, please submit your version.
How did he lie?
You know that he lied.
Maybe you know more than we do. Please tell us.
How did he lie? You know, people.
Please inform us. Maybe we missed it.
How did he lie? How did he lie?
Do you know where he was? Maybe you
know.
So
you are saying if I withdraw money in Joburg.
Mm-hmm.
Then I couldn't be in KZN.
But does the card tell you that I'm the one using the card?
Let me show you a typical example.
All right.
Let's say I was using FNP. And then I do a cardless withdrawal. I send my mom a cardless withdrawal in KZN or in Mpumalanga.
Yes.
And then she withdraws that.
Oh.
Does that say that I was in KZN or I was in Mpumalanga? I'm just making you understand that as yet you don't have any proof. Wait for Ntanzo to prove his case. Don't say he's lying. Wait for him to prove his case. His turn is coming for him to prove his case. And then from there, you'll get a proper conclusion.
Yes.
Okay, he's lying.
Yes. Rather wait.
Wait. Don't count the chickens before they hatch. Unless you have evidence of what the defense is going to present. Then your conclusion is solid.
Yeah. And he said that he does not like to be pushed into the corner, Mgomezulu, of admitting what the state is reading before the court. He said that if he does not have the standard bank account, that's not a proper instruction that he will be taking from the accused. And there are certain things that he foresees conflicting with the capitec account, with the net bank account which are not disclosed. There's a net bank account and there's also a mention of a standard bank account. So he said, what I don't understand is why the judge, okay, this is my opinion, guys. Why is he forcing to hear the argument of the dispute when the state was not even done
Let the state
presenting their
finish.
evidence? He sounded like a man who wanted to prepare
Let the state
a
finish.
counter-argument.
Let the state finish as usual, as you usually do. Let the state finish.
Well, Sibanda said that they're in the process of compiling
What are
the
they
standard bank
compiling?
information.
But what are they compiling now? Not the are they owning this? Could they have a system of banks now in front of
What
them?
are they compiling?
What are they compiling?
It's troubling the language that Sibanda is deciding.
That's
to
why I'm
use.
saying he's not the one who should be reading those things.
What are you compiling, Sibanda?
You should have said we requested.
We requested.
We were compiling what? It's like you know now how.
It's like
this
you're
goes.
cooking.
How?
It's like you're cooking. Tina abanye, our ears are very sharp. We are cooking. And the interesting thing is that all the accused have standard bank accounts, Capitec, Netbank, and Sibanda said that they have not received a response from ABSA. Because it seems like one of the accused had an ABSA account as well. Right. So Ramasipil also asked for the standard bank statement of accused number 2 that host mentioned when he gave his evidence that accused number 2 had saved a standard bank account in his contacts. Well, then Sibanda said that he will provide the statement tonight via email. And then tomorrow.
So he was in possession of the statement.
He said he's waiting for it to get it tonight.
Okay.
That's his version.
Wait and see the explanations tomorrow.
And that by tomorrow they would have had them. But how much time does it give for the defense to consult with their clients if they are receiving it tonight? And then they are expected to cross-examine. So how does that
What
work?
are they cross-examining? They're not going to cross-examine Sibanda. This is why this is funny. Because
They will cross-examine Sibanda. Akiri, he has put himself in a position where he's testifying on behalf of the banks. So they have to cross-examine him, treating this like a bail application.
have you noticed how things that are looking a bit shady are given to Ntanzo? I mean, to Sibanda.
Oh, yeah. Even the last time when we really wanted Advocate Baloyi to cross-examine there,
He was
and he decided
conveniently not.
to not show up. He had other arrangements and
I'm just
priorities
saying,
to
it's
attend
alleged.
to. And then next thing we were stuck with Sibanda for 2 weeks asking one question the whole day.
Yeah. If someone,
he didn't
guys,
want
is
to
troubling you,
cross-examine accused number 1 and number 2 in the trial within the trial.
if someone
He
is
totally
troubling
did
you,
not do it.
Ansi Moyo, guys, I mean, that's why you are moderators. You block a person if you want to. It's not us. You guys know. We trust you. You know what is right for this channel.
Yes. You have the authority. You have been given. Use it. Use it.
So,
Do not upset the moderators, okay? Don't
no, you shouldn't.
do it.
You shouldn't. I wouldn't do that. It's like upsetting someone who a waiter, actually, who dishes your food.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Do not. Don't upset the moderators, guys. And there's a lot of them. Do not do it.
Yeah.
That is my advice. But take it, don't take it. It's up to you. It's out of our hands. That's all I'm going to say. It's out of our
The
hands.
calls are open. Please like the video first. Let's like the video. Let us share, comments, like the videos, push the video, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go to 800 likes.
Yeah, now that you mentioned this whole thing of every time something is not looking quite right, Sibanda is now stepping up and he's being asked to take over.
And that's my like questionable things. Ntanzo, hello.
Hello, hi. Hello,
Hi.
guys.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi,
Yes.
we
Yeah,
can
I'm okay.
hear.
How are you?
Yes,
How are you?
Good.
Good. I got this case. Yeah. You know, I think 2 to 3 weeks ago, there was a statement going around on Facebook, and it was Ntanzo's one. You know, statement, we can send a statement. If we can do anything these days and to look like a genuine one. Do you know that?
Yes. I know that.
So yonke lento ebhalwe lapha, as Ntanzo, I really don't know what Ntanzo did to these people. Can you imagine? And this woman who came today and said, Ntanzo, he was arrested in case yaka Senzo, but we were told that he was arrested for case yaka Nongoma. What is this? Uthini president kwenzeka kanjena ngempela?
Small authors, this one. I got the judges.
This is really painful, guys. This is really painful, and you know, by the end of this case, so kuzofuna ama-hard plan ngoba inhliziyo ziyafa. So it says follow ama-hard plan. So it's sad, you know, it's very, very sad.
It is.
It is.
So I thank you so much, guys, for your help. You know, sesimela nani nisicekisela hle basamthanda ubusabuka lento vele uvale TV phathi stress.
Okay.
Ayoniphathisani stress shem.
Yeah, vale television because if we don't stop this now, it will go on and on and on and on. We have to stop now these people. What about Loyi is doing with Sibanda? I think he's using Usibanda. Usibanda uzoluza umsebenzi wakhe nxa kabaloyi because ubalibolo mayibona ukuthi into lena ayisebenzi kahle uvela nikeza Usibanda. Uyazi ukuthi ayenza statement to go wrong. Uyayibona into yaka capital. Those statements are forgery. We heard that Mama Fundisi she was going around to Cape Town eyokwenza lezo certificates zonke lezi ekwenza amakhophi Mama Fundisi. Nguye oyehla up and down njengoba eshithweni uyizithunya.
Allegedly.
So she's going up and down. Yes, she's going up and down when there is zinto lezi. It's so sad. Very, very sad.
It is.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Allegedly.
Amen. Mzazi, hello.
Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Miss Sano.
Morning.
Yo, guys, today I'm so sad. My heart is so broken. You know, some days I used to have hope, but today my heart is just so broken. You know, I was looking at that young man today, Ntanzo, and you know, I just couldn't. I just wanted to weep because, guys, it's like we're watching a telenova series from a crime and investigation channel or something like that. You know, guys, when that lady said she spoke in Setswana and English to Ntanzo, and that Ntanzo understood her. I was just thinking, why is this lady sitting here and just telling us lies? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think she must have spoken in Setswana and English, but I think she was using maybe her hands or something like that to demonstrate what he should be doing, right? Maybe she would be opening her mouth to show him that he should be opening his mouth. So obviously she will not sit there and say, this is how I was communicating with him. I was actually demonstrating opening my own mouth to show him that he should be opening his mouth. Because if she was to sit there and say that, it would have been obvious that the guy, obviously, there was a bit of struggle between them in communication, right?
Yeah.
So, but then when the judge then in the end asks the lady, did you forcefully make him open his mouth? I mean, if anybody today is sitting there saying that this judge is fair and, you know, he's going to have a fair judgment at the end of the day, after what he did yesterday, does anybody still believe that this guy is going to be fair?
No.
Yesterday, when he asked that lady that question, it was very obvious that, you know, he's already made a judgment. Okay? And then the next thing, these people are taking Sibia to for us to point out, right?
Yes.
Usually in other countries, when suspects are taken out by investigating officers to do pointing out, there's usually a video as well where they record the whole thing, and you can actually hear the suspect communicating with the investigation officers. You can actually hear the exchange between them, right?
Yeah.
And you can actually see them moving around and stuff like that. But in this case, we are just being presented with snapshots with pictures of this guy pointing. Severe, for all we care, he could have been pointing at a rat that was passing by in the bushes or pointing at a bed that was flying close by. We don't know what he was pointing at. Just because somebody doesn't tell us anything. And also, you remember, there is a power imbalance between a suspect and the investigation officers, right?
Yes.
Obviously, if you're a suspect, you are already under the authority of those people. You don't have freedom. And also having, also there's allegations of assault that happened, right? So obviously, if they have to him prior to that, he would obviously be scared, right? So they could just tell him, point, and he could have just been pointing based on what he was being told, and somebody just snapping pictures of him. So it doesn't really tell us anything, because it's just a picture, And then, guys, I'm a South African that's living overseas. There were days when I used to then ask myself whether moving away from home was the right decision, right? Because home is where your heart will always be at home.
Yes.
And since I've started following this case, guys, I think I made the right decision. Our country is far, far, far gone. And I'm just asking myself, how are we going to come back as a nation? Because even if we are told that we are free, we've got democracy, we're going to vote. Even when you cast your vote, it is sad because your vote doesn't really mean anything because people have already been pre-selected for you. Yes. Do you know what I mean? So you don't even get to choose who represents you. Just automatically when you vote for a party, you already chosen whoever has been chosen for you already. Do and here we are, we've got people leading us who are old, fossil, senile, geriatric old people leading us. Some people who've got, cognitive declines, hearing is not good anymore. And these are people sitting in office leading us. And we expect these people to be innovative and creative and be critical thinkers and all that. When we've got so many young people who could be in these positions and do well.
Yeah.
Do we really think as a country we're going to get out of this dark hole that we're in? So we are gone.
Yeah.
South Africa is just another failed state. I love you guys and take care.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Someone is making a submission here that 70% of South Africans can speak English. Is that for certain?
We still have family members from our communities. I come from a township, okay? English is difficult for some people. A lot of people, more than you could imagine. And it was for me. I remember when I went and furthered my studies, the first year was hard. The fact that I had to now receive lessons in English only, it was difficult adjustment. It was not easy. I was taught mathematics in my home language. So in high school, I was not taught mathematics in English. So it was difficult.
I think it's easy to speak if... You see, the problem in South Africa is we have a lot of division through lifestyle and all that. There are people who are from suburbs. To them, it's normal to speak English.
They can't fathom.
I am from the villages where Ntanzo comes from. Not the same area, but I know for sure and for certain that speaking English is privilege.
Even in the mine environment.
It's privilege. Speaking English is privilege.
It's a privilege. Even in the mining, the mine, people who work in the mines can attest to this. Higher ups and people that are in the office and execs, those are the people that communicate in English. The ones that go underground, and even the engineers would used to tell me that when you go underground, you leave English there by the office. When you go underground, you're speaking the language. It changes, even if you're an engineer. So...
Mzansi, hello. Ntanzo, hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Oh, so I wanted to submit in terms of like I've been watching this case and absolutely like honestly I'm disgusted by the judge's behavior. You know, I think it keeps getting out of hand, you know. And I think more than anything I'm just sad by the fact that these guys are gonna get convicted for things that they did not do, because honestly I have no hope that all these guys are going down and this case will be appealed. You know, you can literally see that the judge has selective hearing for certain parts of the evidence. He remembers certain things that favor the state and things that don't favor the state he does not remember. Like, he can't even hide his behavior, and I'm absolutely disgusted by the way he carries himself and the certain things that he allows in court, like certain evidence and the things that he just looks away when Baloyi does certain things. He doesn't allow the defense to finish talking. He just argues without listening. I'm just puzzled by how such an old man can behave like this. Like, he's absolutely shameless. Like, honestly, I just feel sorry for these guys because they are going down like they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is all I wanted to submit, that this judge behavior is absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you. You know, a lot of people have a problem with why I laugh. But guys, if I wasn't laughing, there was no way I was going to deliver these things.
Good evening, Mr. Anonymous and Emily.
Hi.
Thank you guys for the great work that you're doing. There's so much going on in this case. And I think what is actually happening is that, remember, most of these things happened during COVID.
Yes.
And at that time, Amapolisa had so much, they were the bosses of the country. Like, we're even scared. Even if you're walking during the day, we're not even sure if it was curfew or not. The way they had so much power. So most of them, they did whatever they were doing and they forgot. Maybe they thought it was going to be locked down forever. Now things are finally coming into light and we are no longer bound under the COVID regulations anymore. And now, because people, they are forgetting what this was happening during COVID, they find it so easy to believe his stories, to not to believe his stories about Ntanzo, because why would a policeman lie? But the problem is that we are forgetting that all these events, they happened during lockdown. And the police, according to them, maybe that they thought this case and everything was just going to happen so easy and they're going to wrap up everything within that period. But now the truth is finally coming out and people are seeing them as they are. So thank you so much, guys. It's like the one for bank and everything. Like, the only thing I was waiting for today was to see that big money that was coming in. I didn't hear anything. I was like, okay, then what was the use of this statement if they're not telling us, or the purpose was not to track the money from the mastermind to the accused? Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to another analysis. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I was waiting, guys, for that huge cash injection.
Okay, someone is saying the defense lawyers needs to go to the banks biofuna ama statement ngoba Mr. Anonymous high corner something is fishy. Yeah, true. They need to do it themselves, just as a backup also, so that they can compare properly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they're not given time. This information is coming in drips and drops as they look at how it's gonna come. Then tomorrow they have to now reason with what is put into them. But they need to be ahead also and just go and get all the information they need.
Most definitely.
Good evening. I just wanted to highlight that in our garage you buy or withdraw money from it. It shows that one does this transaction in Joburg, but I'm in Northwest. See, so there are many ways in which actually all these things can happen. You can even give the card to your girlfriend. Good evening, family. Sanbonani, Mr. Anonymous and Emily, I just want to ask if it's true that Rata ordered a protection detail for advocate Ngomezul's Sposa. Did he order? It was just suggesting.
It was just
family ngalithola live namhlanje.
Yeah.
The problem family yelokhu ye DNA le yasuka the very day mhlazana expect liyani khuluma expect yabo beka clear yathi thina we include or exclude only makuyi 15/16 that's where singathi inconclusive and inconclusive weza ne judge imistake enkulu kakhulu ukuthi ijudge labona ukuthi expect iyathi ukuthi exclude lasala lakhuluma into eziningi ijudge after expect iqedile lizama ukumboza lento ekhulunywe expect then iphutha laba kumnisi ma ijudge lisithi lona expect ehambile yathi yabona ke namhlanje we spend the whole day barking this evidence was neutral it's not so mnisi then mnisi said indeed my lord yikho lapho iphuthe laqala khona umnisi kwakumele asho ukuthi no my lord I beg to differ with the court because that hate those people were in the house they are saying this hate belongs to one of the intruders so that hate has to be tested to prove our innocence and that one has been done even bese liyaphikisa ijudge kodwa umnisi senjani eseyifakile ukuthi no that hate which means the owner of the hate is not amongst the accused if babe ngathi bona abanye they have been read to 7/16 then umnisi usithi olongwe obani they have been read because yaqala yabala bona they have been read why are not here if that thing works like that but we are happy the expert has excluded our clients as the donor of this DNA.
Yeah, you are submitting something solid there.
Wow,
these
jokes. These jokes.
They are there for a reason. They lack sense of humor from me. These jokes. There's nothing funny about them.
I see even the defense, they've stopped laughing at them. Very good.
Mr. Anonymous and Emily, Senzo's case is an eye-opener for SA people to vote wisely. As for laboratory form for DNA, I wonder who signed it because there is a space for signature.
Yes, I even forgot to mention that she did say there's a space in the signature part.
Zanzi, hello.
Zanzi, really, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, and you? Good morning, good evening, Emily and Mr. Anonymous.
Good evening.
Evening. I've got a couple of pointers that I must share with you guys. No?
Please do.
You know the story regarding that. Let's just call it a storyline. The storyline, it's half real, half false. What had happened by the looks of things, this is all alleged.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
The people in the house, there was a scuffle, the shots got fired. But now they had to take that story, which what happened, and now include intruders. That's why that story keeps on changing up and down.
Yeah.
So that's why that story can never, ever be consistent with the people outside and the people inside.
Yeah.
Secondly, the best thing that must be done is via social media, we all need to now call out the judge. The judge must go. Because now this judge is going to sentence this guy. The most important thing that also must still happen is on the bank statement, our attorneys must just now prove and ask the judge or ask whoever that subpoenaed all those things and say, where is the money which was supposed to be for the hit? If there's a hit, there must be payments. So I'm glad the judge was reading the dates of September 20, whatever that someone deposited, someone spent, whatever. He must go to the dates before the 24th and the 26th and the 30th of October. Show us where the money went. Go to Ntuli's one because Ntuli was the one who supposedly was talking to Kelly. They must now prove where did the money go and who distributed the funds to who. You understand? Because now this whole story of it was a hit, who did what and who did what, it doesn't exist. So at least they've got the bank statements now. Let them show us in the bank statement that the hit was ordered, payments were made. The DNA is expelling people, but now it's being contested. I feel like the defense must also call someone who knows a thing or two about DNA so that they can come and rebut that whole story. Second judge, so which is inconclusive. Issue in the state, it was negative. And then now we see, okay, if the judge is not recalled, why is the case still carrying on? Because the guys are excluded, the story of their house is not straight, and everything else, and who accused them number one and number two might get off the hook. But by the looks of things, those two are going down.
Yeah.
Yo, guys.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
we hear you.
We hear you.
Yes. That's my submission to you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Mzanzelo.
Njani?
Siyaphila njani?
Hayi ngiyaphila nami ngiyaphila. Ngithi mina lento yale case i-problem ngoba kubukeke ngazi ukuthi i-status asiqondi sisho ukuthini. Ngicabanga ngalento ukuthi bephinde berely kusibiya kuma photos ukuthi usibiya khona la point akhona. But on the other side bathi usibiya waba mislead. What if usibiya wayeqhubeka nalento yakhe bakhombisa lento yokumisleader? Why beqhubeke present? Ngoba phela kusho usibiya akekho reliable. You can't say utrust usibiya ukuthi wayenza into but awumtrust ukuthi wayenza nobani engakutshelanga abantu abahlukene ekutshela abantu abawu2 wahamba wayokhomba but when uyathemba ukuthi lento eyikhonjwa usibiya iyona uyithemba kanjani? I-stories into abayishoyo ngokwami ayiyenzi sense ngendlela abenza ngayo ngoba kubukeke ngathi awukwazi ukuba nama-confession awu2 angafani but uqhubeka uwaphusha owu2 kanye. So lapho into ekufanele si-disbelieve into yalamagama awu2 but i-story si-different futhi but you continue pursue it uthi umuntu akakukhombisi but it's the very same you saying ukuthi this person is dishonest with me but akangikhombisi. Ukhombisa yini ngoba lo muntu akathembekile?
That's a good one, that one.
So as for ujudge eyake ngibuye ngingayiqondi kahle ukuthi uma abameli babo accuse bezama ukuveza ipoint yabo uyabacrusha. It's like yonke into makufika umuntu omeli state ezosho something, it's a gospel, ayithathwe njengoba injalo. If ethi umngomezulu no le part akayi-understand, wrong umngomezulu kufanele i-understand. Engani ushilo nje. Njengamanje ngiyacabanga ukuthi umhane lo othi wabopha uNtanzi for ikhisi yakwa Nongoma. Lo sisi uthi on the very same day bona bathatha i-swap for ikhisi kaSenzo.
Yeah.
So ujaji uzothi njengamanje ama-OB alapha bamkhiphele ikhisi yakwa Nongoma but umuntu othatha ama-swap uthi yena wathathela ikhisi kaSenzo. Ujaji uzothi futhi asibeliveni ikuphi ufanele sikubelieve manje kwi-state ukuthi ikhisi kaSenzo ngoba phela bona bathi kwangesiyona ikhisi kaSenzo ngaleli yalanga kwakuyikhisi yakwa Nongoma. Usiso othatha ama-swap uthi yena wayithathela ikhisi kaSenzo. Bazoyikhukha beyithini, so whatever into azofike yisho umhani kumele beyivume, bazothi amaphoyisa phela kuya ngawo ukuthi athatha kanjani, kufanele kuvunywe lokho. Bese kuthi sorry kuzoba yilena ethi ena lo sisi uthi wayicommunicator no Ntanzi. uNtanzi ususe Northwest. Even if wayicommunicator naye, as for mina angi-understand ukuthi ngazi ukuthi they are on the same level. uNtanzi nalo sisi nomhane bayafana, so uNtanzi yonke lento wayeyivuma yabo. uNtanzi uthi okokuqala umuntu wamthatha amaswap engasikhulumi isitswana kusho uNtanzi owathathwa amaswap. Ujaji akafuni ukuthatha lokho, so uNtanzi kufanele sithi uNtanzi uqamba amanga, but everything esho uNtanzi ibukeke ngathi in line. Laba besele ukubeyitwista kancane. Wathi uNtanzi yena waboshela ikhesi kaSenzo bathi no. On the very same day kuvela ukuthi amaswap athathwa kwanga ikhesi kaSenzo, which uNtanzi uqinisile mayithi yena waboshela ikhesi kaSenzo from day 1.
Yeah.
So ujaji into engabuya yenza yena akangacindezeli ama-right kaNtanzi ngoba ujaji kubuke ngazi ukuthi at some point uyibone ngathi yena usuperior than anyone, ngoba nalama comments ngizwe commenta ngalento yokuthi uPatoyi engabopha even uSirere Ramaphosa ngecase ephalaphala. Isn't it that if we judge you refrain ukwenza ama comment afana nalawo, ngoba what if icase isigcinile ndela kuwena? while wena usuwenza ama comments ngoba ukuthi uPatoy engabopha uSiril Ramaphosa ngecase yephalaphala, which means according to you ikhona possibility ukuthi engaboshwa
kodwa president according to you guilty.
Yeah. So upresident mayifika uyayibuka ukuthi mentality yakhe is the same thing should naleyo Ntanzi. Umuntu kuwe uba guilty before ubone any evidence, and into ezoshiwa uPatoy is correct, it's a gospel, wonke umuntu akathathe yona. Uyabona uvumelana nale call ukuthi ukubani possible ukuthi kwenziwe lento okuthiwa i-referendum. Sonke sithi ujaji akame, abantu ababulala uSenzo siyabafuna. If kuyibona lapha akube fair sigculiseke ukuthi ibona. Ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi wonke umuntu okhona oze ngathi usympathizer noNtanzi is because phela ngisho ngathi uyibona ngingadlalwa ngabo kodwa. Yilokho ebengithi ngifuna ukubeka. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Yeah.
Mr. Anonymous and Emil, did you see the judge at 4 hours 44 minutes 27 seconds? He winked at the witness today. I think he's got the problem of this eye twinkling. I don't know what. After he asked, he does wink though. At some point, where does she stay in? She greets them. The state so far is not giving us evidence about 5 accused, but only speculations, allegedly. There is nothing wrong about, even if I lied, I said I was in Joburg, but still you need to put me where I'm supposed to be. I don't understand what is difficult about that. Put me where you say I was.
Yes.
Simple as that. Straightforward.
Why is it
There's
so
nothing
difficult?
wrong with the state bears the burden to prove that you were there. They tried with evidence, it didn't work. Good morning, fam. There was my salary payment at the end of November 2014 paid into Ntanzi's account, lol. Oh, this one is making jokes. Let me hear this one.
This is Emily. One thing to say, guys. I feel like this hitting the does is the way they communicate with people. I feel like I just feel like, I don't know what to say, guys, but I just feel like is their code of how they communicate, really. So annoying. Like, I can't even stand that guy. I can't even watch this thing on the TV anymore. I just prefer to wait for you guys and listen to y'all because I can't stand that old man. Like, I'm just so sick of him. Like, I'm done.
Your recording then had a bit of, I think, disturbances. The sound was it shows also that it's like you were far on the phone.
Yes. The sound is having with it's small.
Hi guys, hi family. Hi Mr. Ano and Emily.
Hi.
And the rest of the family. Mr. Ano, I would like to submit this in short. Be straight to the point.
Hey, straight to the point.
I think Balo is just playing a delaying tactic here with these bank statements that are not saying anything, that are not even proving anything.
Right.
What I want to submit is I believe that Balo will play these delaying tactics just to delay calling Longwe before the defense finishes cross-examining Mangena. Because I would believe that Balo wants to use the testimony of Mangena after cross-examination to come and debunk or block the defense together with the judge, obviously, to cross-examine on the revolver issue. I think this is just to play a delaying tactic until the 20th of May when Mangena comes for cross-examination. Because these bank statements that we are now sitting and listening to, they are really not saying anything.
Yeah.
They are really not proving anything. And obviously tomorrow it's Friday. And he's giving this bank statement to his puppet that we know that he's able to drag something for 4 hours unnecessarily. So tomorrow he's going to probably take an hour or until tea time or lunch, being busy reading these bank statements, these 4 rent, 1 rent, 5 rent, and unnecessarily. Just so that they can get through with the day. And tomorrow it's Friday. Then we come Monday, but probably they're going to debate that and call another useless police officer that is going to come and testify about something that is useless. Because really for this lady, there was no need for even this lady to come and testify about this DNA because I don't know how is Baloyi not getting it that the DNA excluded these people. We don't care whether how they took that swap from Ntanzo.
Yes.
It doesn't help anyway now because that DNA doesn't help. It doesn't place Ntanzo in that house. So, and that lady was busy there telling us about this nice process that we are listening to. And we know that probably that could have been a lie. It didn't even follow that. Because where did you see a desk in a cell now? That lady was telling us about the table, actually. Yeah. Where did we see a table now in a cell? So you can just pick from there. I mean, go to the clinic, just a mere clinic. The nurses there, when they want your urine to test for something, they will just give you a tube and say, go to the toilet and bring that. But obviously, let's say that now urine comes to be questioned and everything. You will hear a different process. I don't think that lady followed all that process that he was busy explaining, sterilizing the table, putting the cloth, the gloves. I don't believe all that story. There's nothing like that. Probably they just told Ntanzo, open your mouth, and they took that swab and rub it in his mouth and go. But obviously, we know. So all I'm just submitting is that Baloyi is just playing a delaying tactic until Mangena testifies. And then they just want to debunk the theory of, or the statement that Longwe made about the revolver. So they will play these delaying tactics. I just wish that the defense could retaliate by starting to not go long with cross-examination of any witness that Baloyi brings. I loved what Nongoma did, not going further with that captain with his evidence, because obviously, cut them short. If Baloyi brings a police that is useless, my lord, we have no questions. My lord, we have no questions. Let the men go. So that Baloyi is forced to call the relevant people, get cross-examined, and get done with this case. One last fact. I believe that the judge is going to close this case next year. And I will submit. There was a time when the judge said to Advocate Mshololo wanted to raise something, and Mshololo asked if, my lord, can I proceed? And the judge was new by that time. And the judge said to Mshololo, no, you can go ahead. I have the whole 2 years to listen to you. And I'm counted this from last year to this year, to 1 year. Next day is the second year. The judge is going to close this case because probably Baloyi is going to be forced to close this case mid-September or November. And it is going to be the defense. And the defense, we know how the judge behaves towards the defense and their witnesses. So they are going to be speed up. Hello? You know, JP is very worried about this case. So they are obviously going to be forced to speed up things. And the judge is going to get these people guilty. And you look at the age of the judge. The judge next day is going to turn 79. Because he told us that he's 78 years this year. So probably next day it's 79. So let's say he gets these people guilty. And obviously they are going to appeal after 5 years. Probably the judge will be 80-something years by then. Or his ancestors would have remembered him. Then that's it. The judge have nothing to lose in this case. So the man is not worried about anything. That's just my submission. Allegedly, anyway, as we know as the Mzansi family that we use allegedly in everything that we say. Thank you guys and have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Let us just.
Thank you for calling. But now you are giving me stress.
As the country, we need to interdict this case for Racha to recuse himself out of this case.
Best he recuses himself.
Mzansi, hello.
Morning, colleagues.
Morning.
Just a quick one.
Yes.
According to number yama state witness, number one manja. Okay, how many of them are in total? The one that are on the list?
Maybe 60 something.
I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
Some
I'll be lying.
added in between that are not on the list.
Because now it looks like Senzo Meyiwa Stadium. Because this list, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
I'm saying these witnesses are too much, man. This person was shot in a 4-room house or 2-room house, I don't know. But I'm a witness now. It's like they are in a stadium now all of a sudden. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Number one, or recycle, they are calling same people.
Others testify on a trial within a trial, so now they are coming to finish their evidence.
Yeah, but there was one that I heard, it was something like 106. So how many are there in total?
I'll be lying now. I feel like there are going to be more than that.
It's more than 106.
So thank you, Mr. Anonymous. Thanks for that piece of answer. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Night. Morning. Yes, so it's confusing. I think we're gonna have more than 200
witnesses.
Oh, close to 200 witnesses. The way the men and which were going on, I think this is going to be a record case that had like lot of police testifying.
We're on year 2 already. It's gonna be celebrating a year. It was Dino. It's gonna be
Ntanzo, hello?
In September.
Ntanzo, hello?
Hey. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Anonymous.
Morning.
Yeah. Mina ngicabanga kwami yazi khona izinto eziwu2 engiyibone namhlanje ngabona ukuthi zi-right kubo obaloyi bathi but ziyabagaxelisa. Yabo mase kufunda ama-statement lapha.
Yeah.
Usibiya akaveli enemali emva kwesigameko. Unalokho ukhipha u50 ingaje lo muntu kade sanda kubulala umuntu wathola imali. Why ekhipha u50 emva ko4 days 5 days?
How?
Into oqala engiyibonile ukuthi uyayiveza emva kwesigameko ngisho kuthiwa imali yayo-cash. Kufanele ngabe emva ka5 days usesenemali, yabo?
Yeah.
Ubonakala withdraw 50 rand. 2 kuzoba ilesi sigameko sokuthi abameli nabo fanele behlakaniphe ngendlela eyisimanga. Uyabona umncube unamatekisi akakwazi ukungabi nayo i-account. Ungahle kwenza ukuthi batholile ukuthi kukhona kumkhombisa oba kwangama weekend ukuthi wayikwanongoma enza ukuthi benza ukuthi beswapha utshwala benza ukuthi bephuza bakufihla bathi hayi asiwatholanga. Abahambe beyifunela ubona, yabo? Ngoba nakho lokho akushoyo ngomizulu bakutholile. Babengeke bengayi i-Standard Bank ngoba phela bebefuna into abazomgaxelisa ngayo. Bakutholile bafihlile lokho abakubonayo ukuthi bakufaka lokho okuyikhona khona abacabanga ukuthi kuzokhona ukwazi ukukhukheka ukuze kuhambiselane nabo. Ngani ngoba lapha uyabona ukuthi kuzama ukuveza ukuthi wayekade segula. Leli cala nje mawulibuka liyayiveza izinto kodwa lezi ezokwenza ukuthi kuklike ekuthenini ubufakazi bulimale bayifihle. So abameli fanele behlakaniphe befune lezi zinto. Ingakho ngangithi mina kahle badeserve ukuthi ngomsombuluko uma ngabe bebuya nje bevele beme bethi cha ake singaqhubeki necala ngani ngoba kuzoze kubonakala okuningi. Asicela umbuso usibhekele lokhu okuyikhona khona esikudingayo bese emva kwalokho siqhubeke singawunika isikhathi esingakanani umbuso, yabo? Ngani ngoba mabeqhubeka necala kanje uRathi uzolokho enza lento kuze kufike egcineni yobe kusuka lapho bese ethi hayi ngoba uyambona nje ukuthi uvele shalashalaze mangabe ukuthi khona okufunakalayo efuna futhi sebemhlakaniphelile ngani ngoba ufuna ukuvuka ngolaka eject bazokwehla sebebonile ukuthi hayi ngeke lo. Ingakho befanele bona beme bethi bevele bethi nje kumsombuluko hayi asisaqhubeki sacela ukuthi umbuso usinikeze isikhathi ukuthi uzobheka isikhathi esingakanani kubuye sekuphelele konke, yabo? Ngiyabonga bafethu nenza umsebenzi omuhle kakhulu. Ngaphandle wena ilento iyachika sicasukile sonke. Nami nje ngeke ngasho ngathi hayi engathi angisiyena umuntu owenza ama-video vele ko-TikTok kanti ngizovela ngikuwo-TikTok ngenza ividiyo phela ayikho lento. Bathini bona abaholi ababuka leyanto? Bathini abaholi abasiphetheyo ababuka leyanto?
Ayingeke.
Yeah.
Uyamfana ocindezelwa kanjeyana ubona ukuthi nje uye emgodini ngoba baya emgodini laba bantu uyababona nje ukuthi ijaji papa yini bafowethu.
Bye siyabonga.
Yo guys, the more you keep calling the more I'm becoming stressed. But quick translation.
Mzansi, hello.
Okay.
Hold it like that. Mzansi, hello.
Mzansi sanibonani.
Yebo.
Let me write it down.
Njani?
Siyaphila njani?
Khona.
Yeah.
Ngicela unibuyisela nyana emuva nyana.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a fair judge, let's say for example, you give the state a benefit of doubt when it comes to confessions, because it just made a ruling, and the ruling is not like a final judgment. You can overrule the thing because let's say, for example, now the lady, the woman Fundis, she in trial within the trial, she said no. He, Mr. Sibuya, is the one who wanted to speak, who wanted to confess. But here she comes, she saying No, I asked him about what he knows about the Senzo test. No, who was misleading who here? Because if she was in a trial, within a trial, she said no. Sylvia started to say you want to confess about Senzo's case, but here she said I asked him. You see, so these things, if it was a fair judge, he was supposed to pick it up, and when you pick it up, you say no. Okay, I might expect this confession, but now because of this new evidence, there is something that I have to look. But because we have got another judge, for example, Nongoma is only saying because Sylvia lied to you, why did you bring this confession in court? But look, Mr. Anonymous and Emily, just the choice of words by Mamfundis to say he was misleading us. And the judge is already supporting her because, this word is very important because if someone is misleading you, it means that somebody have got a true information, but he choose to give you a wrong information. That's why they are saying now they are continuing to use his confession. They are going, and I don't know if it was Ngomezelo who then asked, then the court must pick and choose what to take and what not to take from severe statement. But they just said no, not everything is false in that statement. You see? Okay, because before in trial within a trial, let's for example, the judge didn't know what is in the context of the statement. But now, once you see that this man is talking about an accident which happened on Saturday, and with other people, you have, as a judge, you have to go back on your ruling to say no. Because of the context of this one now, I can see now whether he was free or not free. I saw this statement out of the court. Just it's example, Mr. Anonymous. That's why they say there was this guy who went in Durban to confess in front of magistrate. Because there, the magistrate hear the context. It's not like the magistrate hear from somebody. He was telling the magistrate straight. And the magistrate picked up that, no, you are speaking nonsense. So the judge, if it was a fair judge, when it comes to say, no, I can't deal with an accident which happened on Saturday. We are talking about Sunday here.
Yes.
So you can keep this man using other evidence, not this one. But this judge say, no, Mr. Sylvia might mislead. This word is very important because they are saying they are going to use that confession because he said, I am the one. I was there. So you can't just pick and choose what is in that statement. You see, but because we have got a judge, he only choose whatever he want to choose. But if it was a fair judge, this confession was supposed to say, now, because I know what is inside this, especially for Sylvia, I have to take this confession away from my court. Yeah, but now, because we have got another judge, he's going to use that confession.
Hello.
You see?
Yes.
Because there are people now who are contradicting each other. Like today, it's the lady who took swabs. She's saying, she's speaking about the case of Senzo and those ones they said, the judge must pick it up. No, man. Ntanzo said, these people, they asked me from go ahead, they were asking me about Senzo's death.
Yes.
So, which means these people mislead the court in trial within a trial because they saw, no, we wanted Ntanzo for Nongoma case and this one. So, it's time for judge to pick those things. That's why I'm saying, Mr. Anonymous, that's why he's so defensive, the judge, because there's no reason for his ruling. He's writing those reasons now. And I thank Mr. Mngomezulu because from day one, Mr. Mngomezulu knew that this time is time to fight. People were amazed by Baloyi just spent less than 30 minutes with Mamfudis. But people were saying, why Gomez was taking long? No, it was time for him to fight to expose the state. Yeah. So, for example, today, I just want to end with today. Why do you, as a judge, the state has not yet finished whatever Mr. Simanda was doing there? You already want to, the defense to comment, why didn't you stop him from, why do you wait for him to read some statement, then when he's asking for a judgment, you say no. Defense, what are you saying about this? Why the judge want to rush the defense to take decisions? So the defense must not rush. Especially Mr. Ramsey, sometimes it's too soft, man. Why doesn't? No, I want to because this thing is going to Ntanzo. That's why Ngomeze is telling her that it's cooking. That's why I can't expect anything. So Mr. Ramsey, even he you must stand where your ground to say no, my lord. We have to verify this information. Which don't say no, my lord. No, you have to say we have to verify this information. If the defense must go to those banks themselves, they have to, because Baloy will give them. That's why I'm okay, Mr. Donmas. They just say, do you want to verify all these transactions? Who said that? Who said that? Because I know Mungomez will say no. I pick from this date to this date. There's no saying they are going to take from 2014 to 2024 transaction. No, they can't do that. They will pick days. Yeah, and come back with a few papers. Not this, what the Rata is saying. But Baloy will give them all transaction. Go and find whatever you can find. If you don't pick it, forget about it. Because if they're going to use information which Baloy will give them, Baloy will give you them 1,000 transactions. What are you going to do with 1,000 transactions? You see, thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now this is painful.
Someone is saying 12 Rand MTN airtime and 0.45 cents. 0.45 cents notification, Mr. Siband. Reading all that into a record. Mzansi, hello. Yebo sawubona.
Ngithi mina mfethu yabona into eyenzeka lapha enkantolo bengazodlala ngathi labantu ubale engazodlala ngathi akusho ukuthi ngifuna ungitshela ukuthi lapho nje kuyilapho wena no-anonymous lapho uma ukuthi konke eyenzakalayo kuwena lapho yazi o konke eyenzakalayo kuwena kuvula icala ufuna ungitshela ukuthi lokho kuthethisa amaphoyisa leyo nto kodwa yenzeke kubabili lapho indaba abantu ade besithi kubengezi la enkantolo yini yenza kubengezi enye futhi into ubalo asiphendula ngayo iphukuphuku ngento leyo South Africa bazothi yena ilo izinto zasebhenki bazoyitshela namhlanje late usibambele ukusho ukungakasho ukusho around after 3 ibhenki institution ivuleni le institution ngoba kufanele ngabe manje siyavala izowathola ama-statement ebusuku okusho ukuthi ama-statement bebevele kade benawo bona banawo lama-statement ungathi manje bahleli bayo-authorised enye futhi into bafethu ukuthi abantu aba-understand la kudilwa ne-case yemeda yaSenzo Meyiwa akudilwa ne-administration yecala likaSenzo Meyiwa so wonke namaphoyisa lokuzo-testify la amaphoyisa khona abazo-testify nge-administration ngakhulunywa ngecala abantu afana ngabe basenkantolo abantu akade besendlini ukuthi icala ithemeda imeda yenzeke endlini but why sababeni abantu akade besendlini why i-interest ye-justice ingekho focused kubantu akade besendlini bengazodlala ngathi labantu lapho
Siyabonga.
Amel, let me give you time to first start with the caller that I disturbed you on.
Yes, he was asking a very important question. He was asking about accused number 3. Why exactly are they not summoning his bank account, because Mncube is an alleged taxi owner, and he does have, or allegedly he does have a bank account, and perhaps it could even show, maybe that's why they didn't subpoena it, according to the caller, that perhaps it even shows transactions that were happening of them purchasing alcohol around the Nongoma area on the specific weekend that it said that they were at the Spaza house.
Which is
allegedly
against what the state have presented, meaning that they were in Joburg.
So that was very interesting in my opinion. And another thing that he said also was with regards to Mdisi, he should actually subpoena accused number 3's banking.
Not keep quiet just because
quiet,
it's
yes.
a taxi owner's account.
Yes.
If it's a taxi owner. Yes, and then the other one.
Another thing that he said also was that why did not they pull the Standard Bank accounts in time, or pull them overall? It means that those Standard Bank accounts may have information that's contradictory to what they are trying to prove, in his opinion.
And they already are in position. Is that the last call, right?
The last call is saying that they are, or they've had, or
looking at time of when bank closes.
Because the time that they adjourned was 3:30, and the banks were closing around 5. So for them to say that their defense are going to have these bank statements tonight, it means
they already are in position of it. They just held them. I like the thinking. Just Mzansi, hello.
Greetings, Emily and Mr. Anonymous.
Greetings. Yes, greetings.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. You can just shoot.
Yes. Yeah. No man. I'm always following on your analysis. This case is difficult because this judge 1928 is always changing or trying to make these guys guilty. For instance, that thing of DNA results, the gentleman who represented the results said it is clearly that they are excluded. But now he's bringing the terminology of inclusive. The one that he spoke about on that day, he's trying by all means, even if you can remember, even on that day, he tried to persuade the guy who presented the results to say that they are inconclusive, meaning that they seemingly as if they are incomplete results, to say they are excluded. So the just 1928 is trying by all means to place these guys at the crime scene. But I'm not scared of this evidence. What worries me the most is that gun.
That thing has been bothering me. How do we defund?
The only fear that I have is only that gun. So I wish if these lawyers maybe could go to that case whereby Mncube was arrested for that case and check if the gun is the same. And check all the contents of the gun, everything. Because at that time, I think the gun was not identified. Then got identified in this case. Before, in that case, this the man who identified it, that who stayed witness, he could not identify the gun. But in this case, the same gun, who was able to identify that it belongs to Fidelity. Now, I think if this advocate can go to that case and check exactly what happened with that case.
Yeah.
And then try to check if the results are corresponding, because it doesn't make sense that one day the gun cannot be located to whom does it belong, and then next time it can be found that it belongs to who and so and so. So all this evidence, it doesn't scare me, but now the only problem I'm having is that one of the gun.
Yeah.
I'm not able to follow you to watch your live. So there was this day when Emily was worried and wished that maybe we could get someone who can see the results or just tell us what is going to happen exactly, the final results. Yes, there is a guy, man, who spoke about this case.
Yeah.
But I wish I could consult you privately about him. I follow that guy. There are some things he said about this case.
Oh, no, not a problem. Definitely, you can always use this number. That's private if we're not live.
This number, ne? Okay, no, I will call you. Maybe I will just send you an SMS. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Have a nice time. You're doing a great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Someone is saying bank statement can be altered. I can make you a statement where you can apply for a house, a car, or a cell phone and be approved. Zanzi, hello. Zanzi, hello.
Zanzi, hello.
Yes, how are you, sir?
Sikhona. Yes, Miss Emily, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm fine, thanks. Guys, there's something that I want to share with you. There's something that Sibanda said about the ABSA. He said they haven't got a response from ABSA.
Yes.
But when it comes to the Standard Bank and the Net Bank, he didn't say that. Instead, he said they are still compiling. And what does compiling mean? Compiling means it's like they are assembling information which they have already got. So, in other words, I want to concur with this other caller who said they are already having these bank statements. It's just that they are not in their help. Because subsequently to that, he said the defense will get these bank statements tonight. Why he was so sure that the defense is going to get these bank statements, because if these bank statements are still with the banks. So I think there's something going on which is wrong in this case. And another thing with the defense, I wish because with this judge is taking everything that the state is presenting, whether it is right or wrong, the judge is going with it. The defense needs to be strong. The defense needs to subpoena those banks and request these bank statements for themselves. Because as Nongoma Zulu said, they are busy cooking. Like there's no reason for Sibanda to say we are compiling them. Whereas with the ABSA, you said we haven't got a response from ABSA.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, Ntanzo, hello.
Hello, Mzansi, hello.
Right, we pass.
Havana, there's compiling.
Yeah. If ABSA is not budging. Let's like the video, guys. Let's like the video. Let's like the video. Let's like the
section
video.
what that they didn't have to use with those other banks that they.
Zanzi, hello. This is the last call I'm taking. Zanzi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
We definitely can hear you.
Hello.
Just shoot. We can hear you.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yes.
I've been following this case ever since you started. It's my first time to call.
Yes.
Right. Yesterday, I don't remember if it is you, Mr. Anonymous, or Emily, who commented on the pamphlet from the judge. You know, the pamphlet from the judge, it has different sounds. it comes like, and then, right.
Yes.
So those guys, they have a way of communicating. If the witness doesn't have an answer, he looks at the judge, and the judge will, if the witness is going out of hand or doesn't know what to say, that is when the judge will click the pen. The pen has got different sounds, it takes about 3 different clicks. It goes like, it goes when she's getting lost a lot. So I'm worried about these guys. These guys are going down the drain. Remember, this is South Africa, where we have someone who gets incarcerated. He gets, they take him out of jail because he's too ill to stay in the jail. And then he is very fit to start a political party, which is a drama. So I don't know what kind of justice. These guys, I'm sorry for them.
Yeah.
That's all what I have to say.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Right. This is where I stop with calls. I agree. Just read this. I agree with the guy who says there are guys who are able to make bank statement and look valid. It was live on Mogola. Thank you guys, because you are understanding South Africa. Let's just hear people who were on this chat. We had Dipuo, Lekalakala, Mami, Net, Lulama, and Mamel. And we had Elizabeth, Michelle Lee, Monet D. We had Paul, Mabato, Sizum Gaga, Innocentia Hadebe, Pepelo Guma, Ansi K. Moya, our moderator, Queen of South Africa. We Sbungseni also was here. Tabiso M. Daung, Dimakatso Dlamini, our member, Mraul, what is this? Onye, LVNS, on Masekent, I think. Yeah, that's the name. Tembelani Kanye, Chukuana, Malebo, Sibanda, Skatele, Busani, Sibanda, following each other, the brothers.
Mamela Skunana.
Mamela Skunana. Spiwe Ngwenya. We also had Collins, also who had a different view. Eventually, I don't know what happened, but yeah, we also had Collins.
Hi, Collins.
And Elizabeth Makeling. We had DJ Oza, our member now.
Hi, DJ Oza. Hi.
Kwelagiti also was here. Tidiana, I'm happy. Our member was also here. And yes. Togozo Mbele is also here. And let's see, we're missing here.
Mrauli.
Yeah, Mrauli is mentioned. Dineo Gadimeng. Gadimeng was here.
Dimakatso Dlamini.
Mention Busani Sibanda also was here. Mr. Rumas, we are not related to Advocate Sibanda. Siabong Ngobo was also here. He's raising his hand. Howard Msinwa, all the way from Namibia. I hope I called the name right. Fanuel Ngoma. Tendai Chimutararwa. Yes, I hope I also called the name right. Yes. Zinzim Fundis. Mam Fundis. Zinzim Fundis. MZ also was here. Linda Mkwebane was also here. Chikelo was also here. Farainlov was also here. Emil, are you getting any from your side?
Tuli Tools.
Yes.
Manyati.
Yes.
Entendai.
Yeah.
Chimo Tararwa.
Tendai.
And then another one I just saw coming in, Deni Mwatludi. And Ntlantla Yetu Nleya.
Kespa Kambule was also here. Lungelwa.
Sipo Mpodi.
Lungelwa Madela was also here. Vusutando Machobane was also here. Z was also here. Dan was also here, asking questions there about what's your view about the state having so many witnesses to prove a case that should be without a doubt. I mean, clearly they don't have issues. That's what Malema said. They don't have issues. That means they don't have the truth, basically.
We are nowhere near
reasonable
doubt.
They're not proving anything. They're not proving anything. Mpodi was also here. Tembelani Kanyo was also here. Westin Majaya was also here. Ntlanluv was also here. Yes. Sipo, hello.
Hi.
And was also here to mark the register.
Nete.
Bibi Mnyati was also here. Denimua Tlodi, female. Did I read that one correct? Was also here from Botswana.
You read it correctly. Denimua Tlodi.
Hey. Getting ahead.
Innocentia Hadebe.
Yes, Innocentia Hadebe.
Zanele Sankobe.
Thus, the list goes on for Tembi Madi. The list goes on for the Night Gang, Ghost Riders. Let us like the video, guys. Let's put it to 800. Like the video, like the video. Then we close. Once we reach 800 likes, we are on 793. Then I'm closing this. Let's push the video. Let's push the video. 794. Just 800 that I'm closing. 800. Mev03 was also here. 800 is reached. Thank you very much.
Yes. The like button.
Talalini Fagute was also here. Siyabonga Ngcobo. Strike is also here. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you very much. Until next time, we've reached that 800. We are beyond that 800. Fair.
Thank you very much.
Guys. Continue liking the video. Those who haven't liked it.
Morning gang.
It's up to you now.